everyone. How's it going? I don't even think I told the mods. 1 second, let me do that. Probably would have been good to give them a heads up. So, hi, Aria. How are you? I forgot to tell everybody. I'm sorry. Heather, hey, how are you? Okay, I think I got him. I rushed in from uh, going to get something to eat and decided I was going to do a live just to see how everybody was doing tonight and with the week coming up. Good for you. Aria, I'm happy. I could tell earlier you were not in a good place, and I don't blame you. So I'm glad you're in less pain. It's gonna keep. So I'll tell you what I did. I needed to get some stress out like everybody else. So we went to eat and we went to Beaumont. And I've been able to go live on TikTok for a while now, and I've just been kind of scared to do that. Well, I did it. We were in Sephora, so I made a TikTok live for Reese. I just sent it to her. She just got it. I don't know what's been making me scared to do that. I can go live on here, but I cannot go live on TikTok. Now I can. So I wonder how many we're going to have come in since I didn't give much notice. And I think I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to maybe do this and see if this helps with the lag that something is going on. But it's not. StreamYard has really, hey, Heather, you watch, I don't want to talk about football. I'm trying not to stress out. StreamYard has been giving me heck, y'all. I don't want to watch football. I was actually eating when I was watching football, and it was horrible. It was so bad. Dallas, poor Dallas. Who are you watching, Heather? And Aria, I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh man. I don't know what's gotten into Dallas, y'all, but it's not been a good thing for me. My anxiety's through the roof. They cannot get it together. So somebody tell me now, how bad is the lag? Because we've yet to get StreamYard fixed. I've updated it. I've done everything I know to do. Are we watching the Chiefs? Yes. Good team. Aria, they keeping you tonight, honey? I think I don't even know who's on, but oh, okay, not bad. Yeah, I've changed all the settings. When I watch it back, it's really bad, so I don't know. Aria, you didn't want to watch that game today. Trust me, ignorance is bliss at this point. Yes. I was trying to eat, and they had football, on all of the walls of the restaurant, and I was like, I can't get away from it. A couple of days. Prayers for you, darling. And, I have told everybody's been messaging me today wanting yeah, I'm gonna mess around here for a second, so ignore that. But, I was looking for my lip gloss because my lips are dry, but I don't see it. Oh, you're very welcome. Anytime. I told you anytime. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. That's what we're about, especially friends in this community. Excuse me. Now, guys, I don't guess we're gonna get a lot of people in here tonight. Everybody's probably watching football. Thanks, Heather. I'm from Texas. Yeah, I'm gonna do solo tonight, I guess, because Gretchen is busy, and I thought I just wanted to get on here. I had a lot of people message me today, but they must be elsewhere, or they will come in because it just notifications are, you know how that goes. Let's see if any of the mod chat knows. I haven't seen it. And so, what is John? Where is John? See if we can get our people in here. Marie's here. Thank you. Thank you, Aria. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, I don't know. I just Kathy Ann just posted it a little while ago. Notifications probably did not go out. So I didn't even have the mod. Aria's the only mod in that poor baby. Um I'm really trying to find the mods here so I can get somebody. I can't even find the mod chat. I'm so glad you're here, Marie. How was your day today? Eh, Thank you, Aria. I appreciate that. Heather, how are you? How's everybody? I know you're watching football, Heather. Oh, uh-oh. You know what? Y'all are cracking me up. Y'all really are. Okay. It's- Quiet is a good thing. Good, Heather. It's the meds. You needed some earlier. You are not doing really well. I mean, I could the pain. I'm so sorry. You have been through it, but you know what? You're a fighter. Definitely a fighter. I don't know. Yes, Marie, thank you for that. I am yeah, she's I don't know, guess we'll be slow in here tonight. She is resilient. I told her she's a fighter. I told her, it's like, girl, uh-oh, why can't someone get into the live? Let's see, that might be a problem. Oh, subscribe and it should let you. Let me. Oh, that might be the problem, guys. I think I had Kathy Ann set it on subscriber mode only because of the trolls. Hey, humble and kind, how are you? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Um, does it tell y'all on that side like can't comment for how many minutes without being a subscriber? Because I've got people who can't get in or who can't comment. And I didn't know how I don't know what she had it set for. Oh, 20 minutes? Okay. Sharon, if you're I know you can hear me, you just can't comment. It's 20 minutes and then you can we've had so many trolls lately that the problem is if we wait and we put it on subscriber mode only. At least if they want to comment on here, if you can, stay for 20 minutes, then you can comment. You'll be able to comment from here on out. But it's been hard, and poor Aria's the only mod in here right now, and um, I don't know if she would want to handle as many trolls as we seem to have. I guess we're getting popular. So, Humble and Kind, how was your week went? And how was your day? And Sharon, I know you're there. And if you let's see, we've been on for 11 minutes, so 9 more minutes, you should be able to to comment. I think it's probably because Kathy Ann sets it that way. Oh, I know you would. You're a wrench slinger. Mm. It's set that way so that I think the trolls probably wouldn't want to stick around for 20 minutes. They would just move on to something else. And that's okay. But once you're subscribed, you won't have to do this. You don't have to do it again. And oh yes, please like and subscribe. I forgot how to say that. Usually Kathy Ann does it. Let's see, mine's super fun. And I'm a car person, so I had car events yesterday and today for charity. Oh wow! Oh my god, that is awesome. That's really cool. I like that. Aria will not put up with trolls. Absolutely correct. Not at all. And Aria, Heather is asking. I will let her tell. Susan, hi how are you? I'm glad you made it in. I got a few friends stuck out there waiting for the 20-minute the 20-minute countdown. It's only because of the trolls and the ugliness, and this is a zero tolerance policy. Yeah, y'all know our channel. It's zero tolerance. They don't get a timeout. They get wrenched. And Aria's the only wrench in here right now. She will definitely wrench them. Let's see. Oh, Sharon. Oh, I'm sorry, Sharon. Please stay. Yes, please stay. And y'all, YouTube unsubscribes people all the time. So let's see, we're into 13. So you only have 7 minutes. The only reason that like you'll understand. And Aria's laying in the hospital and she's she's got the wrench in here tonight. So I wanted to go over and I'm gonna try to kind of just talk to y'all for until the 20-minute so that everybody can get in. But just wanted to kind of yeah, Sharon, everybody's saying please stay for the chat. Susan, how is everything? All right. I love you too, Sharon. She's not going anywhere, y'all. She's gonna be in. Yeah, look, tell me about that. How is it that please stay out. Stay for Aria. Please stay for Aria. She's laying up in the hospital with a wrench, and she's the only wrench in here. So everybody better watch it. I just thought maybe tonight. It's been kind of a rough weekend. Um oh, how many pain meds are you on? That is freaking hilarious. Yeah, I better all watch it. So thank you, Humble and Kind. I need I definitely need some positive energy. I think a lot of us do. And yes, absolutely, Marie. Yes, thank you. Um, yeah, I had therapy today. You're gonna make me laugh this whole time. I needed this. I love it. Miss Sweet Aria. Okay, so uh it's been thank you. Thank you, Humble and Kind. I appreciate that. Yeah, if they stay 20 minutes to be able to comment and they come in here commenting with crap, they're gonna get booted. We don't give timeouts. Um, hey, and by then my 20 minutes will be up about being quiet, right? Now I have to be quiet about I have to watch my mouth now. Be kind or shut your pie hole. Yeah, I can't. I have to say very nice things, and for the first however many 20 minutes, we're in all new territory. But it's all thanks to you, all of you. Um, let's see. How is it that I can go from being so I'm not gonna say depressed, I'm gonna say, had a tough day yesterday. Y'all know that we're here. So I wanted to go live last night, and we did the mental health first aid. And, that's because actually it wasn't just me. I had a couple of people that, we had to do mental health first aid for, and I thought it was just a fitting subject. Plus, I like, you know, to educate people. Um, but today I had therapy. Yeah, or yeah, it was me in there I was by myself, but I was in teacher mode. Oh, thank you, Heather. I'm glad you were here. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate your support. Um, and Sharon, we're at 17 minutes. You're almost there. Um, thank you, humble and kind. Heather, you be careful and have a great week. But so I had therapy today, and I told her about yesterday's events, and she told me, well, let's talk about it. So we did. And I don't know if that made me better or worse today. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I'm not sure if, like I probably should have let that go, but that is what I have therapy for. And that is what this channel is for you, for all of you to peer support. And, but I talked to my therapist today, and I let her know, what happened yesterday, and that I pretty much had a meltdown. And, I told her what Daryl had went and done. I told her, my necklace. And she started crying, which made me start crying. So, yeah, I mean, he didn't have to do that, but he said, oh, yes, he did, because he saw how how I was being talked to and treated and how it made me feel. He said something made him get up and go do that. And, I don't know if I could ever repay that, ever. Yeah, I'm, um, it's been a rough one, but it's nothing that is like, yeah, I agree. Humble and kind of so agree. I mean, I have that bag still sitting right here with the card in it. I mean, I read it to my therapist this morning, and she starts crying, and I was like, Lynn, now you're gonna make me start crying again, and I did, of course, but I'll probably cry every time I read that, um, because he kept seeing me do this every time. I was just getting screamed at and screamed at on the phone, and I froze. So what do we say? Fight, flight. Okay, thank you, honey. Thank you, Kathy. The fight, flight, or freeze. Well, I have gotten used to where I can. I usually fight. I so believe that. No, it's okay, Kathy. I knew it was you. That's why I said hi, Kathy. I don't have anybody back here. You're fine to use that. Um, I do believe that humble and kind everybody is actually really do believe that. And, oh, wait. Oh, yeah, and fawn. You're right, Kathy Ann. Thank you for that one. Yes. Fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Yes, absolutely. Um, look, you have got to read up, Kathy Ann. I'm gonna pause this for a minute. Y'all have got to read it. You've got to read up. Let me see if I can find this real quick, Kathy. Oh my gosh, Aria is the only mod in here, but now that you're in here, but she's the only mod, and she's in the hospital, and she's on pain meds. Let me show you. You've got to see this. Let's see. Uh, there's one. I was cracking up, and then wait a minute, right here. When I said the trolls won't be able to get in here, look, it's where she's going to be throwing tonight. I thought it was so funny. Um, no, no one is perfect. You're right, humble and kind. No one is perfect. Another mod. Kathy Ann's not going to be in here long, though, Maria. Or a Mercury comment is a car. LOL. I'm telling you, my mod. Oh, Lord, help me. I know. I know. Poor Sharon sitting there waiting for the 20 minutes. She's been messaging me. We're like, please don't leave. Just wait. She thought she was already subbed. So I told her, just we'll see. We're at 22:13. Sharon, you should be able to start commenting here any minute. But anyway, so yeah, the fight, flight, fawn, or freeze. So I know Sharon's stuck out. I'm waiting on her, but sh- I've been in the through therapy and through working things out. I haven't been in that flight mode. I haven't been in the fight mode though. It's just I don't which one would you say? Because I don't know. I don't free I didn't freeze. I did, it wasn't anything like that. Now that things were improving, but there hadn't been a situation come up like that. And when it did come up, I froze. And I went right back into that mode before therapy ever started. And I don't want to do that again. Um, I don't want to do that again. I mean, it caused me a lot of going backwards. Yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah. I think, Kathy, and that's probably what I did was fawn. No, you're right. That's exactly what I did. I didn't freeze. I went right back to where I used to be, which was yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I don't like that. I have gotten out of that. See, I had gotten out of that because I have learned how to do it constructively now and adaptive behavior. Hey, Blake, how are you? I'm welcome. Um, Aria is in, she's got a wrench and she's throwing comments. But yes, Kathy. Sharon, are you able to get in yet? I know, Kathy. See, I think that's what happened. I mean, no, you're exactly right. It was fun. I did fun. But I went right back to that moment because I think it hasn't happened since I have been through that in therapy. And when I did go, when the situation was there, it was immediate and it was unexpected. And that I did fawn. I went right back to the submissive, and I'm not going to do that. Absolutely, humble and kind. I agree with that. Let's see, right here. And after it was over, my therapist, she said, "What?" She said, "I'm going to tell you." Yes. Well, I talked to her this morning when I had therapy this morning, and she said, "I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I don't dream. Humble and kind. I don't. No, I don't dream. I don't get enough REM. Is the theory. I don't like. 43 minutes a week of REM. See, that's the problem. I think that situation had not presented itself until yesterday. It hasn't been like that. I've actually had a wonderful, wonderful relationship, you know, with my mom. And Daryl, he did see, like I said, he kept seeing me do this, and I couldn't find, I was just reaching for that necklace of my dad's, and y'all know that it's gone. And that's when he just said, "I have to go," and I'm like, "You're leaving me by myself here?" I was in like, I mean, I was just like bawling, and he said, "I have to go." Like, I mean, he was like literally saying, "I have to go." And when he finally did get back with the card and with this necklace and everything, and I cried my eyes out for hours. "Hey, Carry On, how are you?" Um, he explained to me that he had to go. He was told he had to go, and he had to go do this. So yes, I'm very thankful. Very thankful. How are you, Carry On? Aria, you did. You did miss something. Hey, Sharon's in. Yay. Hey, Sharon, you made it past the 20-minute mark. Yes, Marie, that's exactly what he told me. That's exactly what he told me. I'm so glad you waited, Sharon. Thank you so much. Yeah, if I read it again, I'm gonna start crying. So, um, but Aria, you know that I had lost my dad's necklace, the one that had my dad on it. That had his fingerprint on it, and it said dad, and I kept reaching for it, but I don't know where I broke it. It broke and fell off. So just go back and watch the beginning because I don't want to go back there right now. But that's exactly what he said, Hamonkan. He said that he didn't have a choice. When he told me he had to go, he had to go. He was told to go. And I thought that was just miraculous. It truly was miraculous. I'm a firm believer that our loved ones send us people that somehow naturally know how to care for us, or people that qualify under special circumstances. Blake Reed, I absolutely agree with you on that. So I thought that tonight, now since it's past, like we're almost 30 minutes in, um, if I'm unkind and tell her she could go, I was gonna be okay, and she literally took her last breath. Oh, yeah. Blake Reed is a very old soul. A very old soul, but a very wise, wise, wise person. Blake, why don't you come up here? You wanna come on? Or are you able to? Oh, Blake, I love you. You're too sweet. And look, how sweet. I just wanted to have a chill, like a Q&A type check-in, mental health check-in tonight. The week's fixing to start. A lot of people are going through a lot of things. And I thought maybe that y'all would like to just have a safe place to kind of chill out and talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. If you need to know something, I'll do my best to find it. But just kind of a nice conversation here. I didn't schedule anybody to be on or anything else. If you want the link and you want to come on, you're more than welcome. We always seem to have more fun when we do that. It's totally up to y'all. This is a comfortable night tonight. I taught last night, so tonight we can chill. Oh, okay, I got you. No, you're okay. You're okay, Blake. I understand. Marie, let's see. Hang on. My first job as an RN was on I call it on oh my gosh, oncology anything, I don't care. Oncology I saw terminal people hang on for a specific reason for before passing on. Yes, and I have hospice patients, and I absolutely know that feeling. Um, actually, all but one, and it's unfortunately, I'm gonna say it's been a lot, but all but one held on for a specific person to get there. One lady held on until we left the room. And soon as we walked out of the room, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried because she was a ladies' lady. She was in her 70s. She broke her hip. She died exactly 20 days after my grandfather from the same exact thing. Fell, hurt her hip, you know, broke her hip and never just couldn't get back. Oh, humble and kind, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Oh, trauma, ER, ICU, and now mental health. So I've had my array of them. Your mom waited on you, Susan? Yeah. Uh, Kathy Ann, hang on, let's see. My papa waited for my mom to leave to shower and my grandma to get coffee. Yes. Okay, so see, we had my sweet little lady, and when I tell y'all, um, she was a ladies' lady. You never seen her in anything but a dress or a skirt and long sleeve shirt. Her hair was down to her waist. We always braided it for her. Um, and I knew that it was gonna be rough because we had had her for so long. You know, she was just she never complained about anything. She had never had a s'mores before until the day that about the week before when she passed away, when she was still eating. Um, and she never complained. She was placed with us by Adult Protective Services because her son had her living in the front yard in a tent with no water. Hey T, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. So, Adult Protective Services placed her with us, and she lived there until the day she passed away. And like I said, I'm always there to hold her hand, but she wasn't like that. She was a ladies' lady, and she waited until everyone walked out of the room. And her hospice aide told me that. She said some people won't go if you're in the room because I'm talking. She should have already went, you know. And I'm telling y'all, I had the camera on because our hospice room has a camera, and we no longer walked out of the room, and it was it. T, how are you? Oh, Aria, I have to tell you this. My grandfather, he started going down, like we knew it was imminent on November 4th. And when I even called hospice in on November 4th to bring me some stronger meds because he was hurting so bad. And he waited until 2:30 that morning on my uncle that was there, my Uncle Alan, the one that passed away in October that's coming up a year ago. Um, yeah, he waited till his birthday. I said, "Well, Al," I was like, "Guess what? Papa got you. He had the last word." Oh, okay. But guess what? Not so fast because my poor Uncle Alan that passed away October 8th last year, now he's buried next to him. So Al got the last word. But T, where are you going? Hey, T, do you want to come on? Are you able or are you laying down or something? Look, guys, I'll drop the link in the chat. T, if you're able to, you're more than welcome. Oh, hormone kind I love working in the medical field. That's all. I mean, that's all I was meant to do. I knew that. That's all I've ever wanted to do. But I wanted to work trauma. So I was the adrenaline junkie. No, I was just adrenaline junkie. Sophie, hey. T, you've got to tell us more. Hang on just a second. There you go. Carry on. Radiologist. Yeah, I've always liked the trauma. Sophie, I have missed you. Um, yeah, it's been a little hard, not working trauma anymore. And I swore I would. Oh, I'm one kind. You're too sweet. For real, you're so sweet. I I'm an adrenaline junkie, y'all. I love the going on the ambulance, working in the ER, working in ICU. But sometimes God doesn't put you where you want to be; He puts you where you need to be. And I ended up in mental health, so that's where I'm at. So I took advantage of the pandemic, having to stay in all the time, especially for us in the medical field. And so I went ahead and went to school during the year, the lockdowns and all that, and got my diploma for mental health. Not that I haven't taken every course you could possibly take in it, but just saying I got it official. Yeah, I dropped that link in the chat, T or Sophie or anybody want to come on. You're more than welcome. Oh, T, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Mm, man. I, my sincerest prayers for peace for you. You just woke up. I'm so sorry, T. Man. Wow. That has got to be hard. Mm, yeah, Marie. Yeah. Yeah. Sending very, very much love to you, T. And you know that you're welcome here anytime. Okay, Sophie. T, I hope you just have some peace that can come over you. Oh, it's hard. Oh, it's fine. You can come on. You don't have to. Hey, Indigo. Shauna. T, it doesn't matter what you look at me. It doesn't matter what you look like on air. I get up and come straight on sometimes, put my hair up in a messy bun and be done with it. But you were more than welcome. See, everybody says it's okay. Mhm. I think they want to hear your accent. But I do. I'm so sorry, T. Sorry, I think you have a reason. Well, this is a healing place and a healing channel. And even if it isn't, you can just rant and rave and get it out. Oh yeah, Indigo. I've been in touch with poor Aria and her mother-in-law and everybody else. I just she knows that I'm so worried about her. I know, Sophie. It's just I'm so sorry, T. Oh wow, yeah. And Sharon sent it. I agree. I'm one kind. I agree. Yeah, I did something so I don't know if I told all of you if you're all in here earlier, but I did something so stupid today. It was fun though. Okay. No problem, T. Just whenever you're ready. Um, oh, Shauna, you're very welcome. I'm glad you listened to it. I figured people would be like, "Oh God, she's teaching," but I actually do like to teach. I do. Um, they always like when I was in school or in college, what did they tell me? Those who can't teach, you know? That's not true. That is carry on. Is the most that is the most cruel illness known to man. I don't like that at all, and I have one I'm going through right now with one of my residents, and he's my heart, and yeah, it's not I don't like that. No, I do not, I don't teach, I teach, I have the mental health first aid, I can do some of the, emergency medical training basic courses, CPR, things like that. T, here we go, y'all. Ready, T? Ready? You okay? Can you no, can't hear it. No, no volume. T, can't hear you. Yes, he needs all our other support right now.
Hello?
Oh, I can hear you, T.
Hi. Hi, yeah. I look an absolute mess, but I don't really care, to be honest with you. And there's
No,
a
you
mess
look
behind me and yeah,
No, you
but,
look fine. I'm really so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
it's okay. It'd just be nice to have someone to talk to because I'm here by myself, I don't have any. I've got, like, one friend, but she's always busy, she's got kids and stuff, and she's taking me to the airport later, so yeah.
Well, we are all here. And this is the greatest channel in the world to be in when you need
I
someone to
know.
talk to.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
Every
probably
can
look
you
completely different to everyone. I've normally got my blue wig and my captain's hat on.
I know, it's like, look,
Yeah.
she's don't have her blue
This is
hair.
me au naturel, yeah. But, yeah,
Can you
it's,
see the chat? Can you see the chat?
yeah. You're
Okay. I
also
just wanted to make sure.
honestly, you guys, I'm probably gonna cry, but yeah,
It's okay.
the people in this community have helped me so much to get through this, I was having panic attacks, so what happened is sorry, oh, my face is leaking already. Thursday night, I got the call that my dad is in hospital. He's 83. He has pulmonary fibrosis, and I think that's what it's called, and COPD, and blood disorders, and all sorts of stuff wrong with him. He's an absolute trooper, for he's had
Mhm.
pneumonia, double pneumonia twice. He's a fighter. Um, but yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so he's in hospital and everything, and they said, "Look, you need to come over. He's probably gonna die any minute," And so I looked at my son's passports and they're both expired because he's a dual citizen, Australian and British. They're both expired. And I'm like, oh
No.
shit. So this is Thursday night. So Friday I call the passport office straight away in the morning and they give me an appointment for 2 o'clock and you can pay like I don't know like $500 and get like express service
Oh,
and hopefully
wow.
get it on the day. Yeah. But it has to be you can only get it on the day if there's like what should we call it compassionate reasons. So
Right.
I go down there straight away at 2 o'clock. Hey Sophie, hey Indigo, by the way. Hello.
Mhm.
I go down there at 2 o'clock and I'm like in there for ages queuing and stuff and I submit the application. Um and luckily I had all the photos and everything. I had some left over from last time or something else. I don't know. Anyway, the girl was really, really nice. She said, "Look, we'll try our best to put it through." She said, "You need a letter from the hospital because my dad's in
Mhm.
Scotland and I'm in Australia."
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, so we couldn't get much further away, and well, New Zealand, but yeah. So she said you need a letter from the hospital in Scotland to say like his condition and stuff. But she said, "Don't worry, I'm going to submit it anyway. It should be okay." Well, because I'd paid this extra money, I don't know. Anyway, she said you can get a refund once you've got the proof of the illness and stuff. You can get a refund back for some of that. I don't know. I was in such a state. I didn't really know what she was going on about. But so it got like, so they close at 4, and she said we're going to stay behind and do some overtime. So hang around in the area, give me a mobile number, and I'll call you when it's ready. So I go to the pub next door to have a drink. Like I don't normally drink, but I just needed a drink. Had a
Wow,
drink.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a drink. I went to Sephora. I did my face and everything with all this makeup and, just waiting around. And she didn't tell me what time to wait till. So I just thought, oh, well, maybe 5, you know? So I'm like waiting and waiting and not getting any messages or anything. So I sit outside the passport office, outside the front doors, and I'm like sitting there for till 6 o'clock. I was there, so at this point it's been, was it? So I was there at 2, so it's been like 4 hours, like,
Oh,
and I've been having panic attacks since the night before because I'm just thinking, shit, I want to get there as quickly as I can. I want to, say goodbye. And you're just so
yeah.
far away. And it takes 24 hours to get there on the flight, and I haven't even got the passport. So I'm sitting there and everything. And then, like, this is so embarrassing. So my monthly start and I have nothing with me, right?
Tea.
This is
Oh my God.
right. Let me wait for this, right? I get so hungry and I have to get a lift to go downstairs to get something to eat. The lift breaks down. And I'm like, come on, bring it on. Have you got anything else? Like the lift breaks down, right? So I'm like, oh,
Mm,
for God's sake. Then, so I'm stuck in the lift for like half an hour, pressing the button, no one's answering. And then eventually this really nice security guard comes along and I tell him my story and everything. And he's like, well, there's another entrance around the back of the building, around the back of the passport place building. And I was like, you're joking. And he goes, yeah. And I said, oh, so the staff leave through that? And he goes, yeah, probably. He goes, I tell you what, I'll go
oh,
around and have a look. Yeah, I'll go around and have a look because it's one of those places you have to scan your badge to go through. So he goes around and has a look. He said, mate, there's no one there.
uh-uh.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? And he goes, don't worry, I've got the big boss's phone number. So he calls up the big boss and she knows nothing about it. She doesn't know anything about any special cases or whatever. But the security guard was really smart. He told her, well, this woman's got a flight booked for tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I hadn't, but he knew that if you
Mhm.
say that, then they have to do it because they're liable. So lucky he said that. But it's kind of a bit of a, it felt a bit like a scammy, but got to do what you got to do, haven't you?
Alright,
Um,
sorry, it's kind of an emergency.
Yeah, so anyway, this lady, I speak to her on the phone. She was absolutely just so nice, and she said, "Look, I'll give you my personal number." She said, "You have to have those documents. We can't do it without those documents." So that lady shouldn't have said that to you. She shouldn't have told you to wait behind, and she'll be getting into trouble. And she said, like, just because I couldn't get the documents because of the time difference, it was the middle of the night in the UK, you know,
Yeah.
so they couldn't ask anyone in the hospital. Um, Yeah, so she gave me a personal number. She said, "Call me or ring me. Send the documents through any time of night, um, and then I'll meet you because the passport office was shut until Tuesday because it's like a bank holiday weekend as well. So, so she said, I will open
No.
up. I will go to the office especially for you, and I will print it for you and everything. Like she was so lovely, like such a lovely lady. So yeah, so I just went home. Oh, I like when I went to go and find my car, I was in such a mess. I couldn't even find the car park. I was going up and down this street having a panic attack, like I couldn't breathe. And then I realized I was going up and down the wrong street. Um, I don't know how probably shouldn't have driven home, but I had to. I'd left my son at home, all this time.
Yeah.
He was online to his friend, and the parents kind of like listen out for him, but um yeah, it was just horrendous. It came through. My sister sent it through at like 1 a.m. and then I sent it through to the lady, and I went there the next day, and she said she made it for me, and she said that is the fastest passport processing I've ever done. It took 45 minutes.
Whoa.
Uh, yeah, so yeah, it's amazing. She was so beautiful, such a lovely lady from Serbia. I've never met anyone from Serbia before. She was so nice. So anyway, I went home and I started looking at booking flights and stuff, and they were like $3,700, and I just didn't have the money. I
Oh my
couldn't.
God.
Oh, and that night, so the night. the night where I was having where I went to the post office, the passport office, I went home, and as I was putting my key in the door, my sister called me, and she was a mess, and she said, "Dad's oxygen levels have dropped, and he's probably gonna pass within the next couple of hours." And so,
Oh,
like, I had a massive I was just so upset. I was like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna make it," and then the next a few hours later, they let me know, like, when they sent the documents through, they said, "It's okay, his levels have stabilized now." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So anyway, going back to the next morning, I'm trying to book flights. It's $3,700. I've got $2,000. Um, Trying to pull money from everywhere. Family had sent money from the UK, but it's because it was transferring from another country. It doesn't come in instantly. I took out like a small loan from like because I'm on welfare and stuff. I took out like an advanced payment,
mhm.
did all this stuff, but it just wasn't going into the bank, because it's like bloody Saturday. I think it was
Oh,
Saturday. I don't
God.
even know what day it is. It's Monday, isn't it? Yeah, Saturday. So just the money's on its way, but I just couldn't, and I couldn't get hold of my friend. My friend said she would lend it to me. I couldn't get, my mum wasn't answering the phone because I was like, well, she can put it on her credit card and I can give her the money back. I just couldn't get hold of anyone. Um, so I ended up having to book a flight. Dad's levels are staying stable. I ended up booking a flight for tonight because it was $2,000 cheaper. It was all I could afford. And I just wanted to know that I was gonna be able to get there, and I thought, I don't
Hi,
know,
Johnny.
something stupid in me thought that maybe his levels have stayed stable because he would wait for me, because that happens sometimes when people are
Yes.
dying, they just seem to wait. I know it's maybe stupid of me, but
No, T, it wasn't stupid of you. No. And I truly believe that he knows you did everything you could do. And I believe he was looking out for you. And I'm going to tell you this, and I don't know anything about your relationship or your situation, but this is what I feel in my heart, that he knows you couldn't pay that $3,700 for that flight. So he made it to where now you can afford.
he's autistic, so he was really struggling with all the noise of the machine and everything. And for
Yes.
him to go like he was, I think, 2 days with his levels. He waited as long as he could, I think, and yeah, it's just we
And
were.
it's
It's so hard because we do have a bit of there's a whole story behind it which makes it really hard. So last October, so I've had PTSD for the last 22 years, and I've tried
well,
all
you're
different
in
types
good
of
company,
therapy.
honey.
Thanks. I've tried all different types of therapy. I was in the middle of I was doing chemotherapy last year, and in October last year, we sort of discovered that I have abandonment issues, which I had no idea. I had no idea I had. I was like, "What? Abandonment issues?" Um, but apparently it's from my dad, because my mum had an affair, um, and they broke up, and there was a custody battle around when I was 10. Dad fought for us, but there was all this like my mum tricked him and pretended they could get back together, and I don't know, and she ended up getting custody. And then my dad had been like started this relationship with the neighbor up the road that he'd been working with and known for years. They were friends and stuff. And they ended up getting together and they fell in love. And because my mum's in England and my dad's in Scotland, he'd moved down to England because my mum sort of tricked him and made him think that he had a chance of getting back together and all of this. So anyway, ultimately he chose to go and go back to Scotland and live with this lady. Um, and it was kind of when I look back now, he chose her over us because but because I had such a good relationship with him when I was younger, up until the age of 12, like he was beautiful. Like, he very attentive, very affectionate, just always there, so loving, that I never thought that it was an issue. Like I never thought that my dad was a bad parent or anything. My mum, like there was loads of crap going on with my mum. She was with this narcissistic alcoholic, and I don't blame her. I did for a while, but my mum's also autistic, and I believe she was very, like, naive and vulnerable and being taken advantage of, and she just followed him, you know?
Yeah. Now isn't
So
that the story?
yeah, but,
I
you know,
know.
I'd gone on to have abusive relationships with older people, being a people pleaser, all this
Mhm.
stuff that happens because of abandonment issues, and I didn't know. I don't know, I just I didn't realize I had abandonment issues, and, like, when my therapist said that back in October, it all made sense, and so the relationship with my dad from 12 to now, well, 12 until COVID, right, was he would
Right.
probably, so I have 2 sisters as well, there's 3 of us. He would probably call us maybe every 3 to 6 months when we were younger. We'd see him once every couple of years. Hey, Journey. We'd see him once every couple of years. There was no, I don't know, but every time we spoke, he was very loving and all of that. And I didn't think anything of it. Um, but when I look back on it now, that wasn't good enough, you know? Our needs weren't being met. And there would be start to be like lies, you know, like the woman he's with, my stepmom, I suppose, she's very, very controlling, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and there was one phone call that always sticks in my head when I was 14 that he said, because my dad's like, you know, he'll say take things literally, you know, he's autistic, he'll say things, and I know that when he says things that are mean, he doesn't really mean it, like, or he doesn't think of the effect. When I was 14, he said to me on the phone, "Well, Sheena told me that it's my time now, and I need to be selfish and live my life." And that
Uh,
was like a knife through the heart, you know? Like that
yeah.
sent me on a downward spiral. And then there'd been times where I really needed his help, you know, like I left home when I was 15 because it was abusive. My stepdad was like a bit, you know, he was bit touchy-feely, if you know what I mean.
Yes,
Very
I do.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I do too. That's why I'm the same thing with the
very
CPTSD. Yeah.
yeah, very just very sexual, like, you
Yeah.
know, just, you know, inappropriate all the time, to say the
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Um so and then I went on to have that a really abusive relationship when I was 17, like seriously abusive. Like I was pretty much isolated from my family for 3 years. Sorry, trigger warning everyone. I didn't mean to get into this, but I guess it's part of
No,
the
you're
story.
fine. Just they
Whatever you
can
can
Um,
here,
get
I'll
into.
whatever you wanna say, please.
Yeah.
I'll put it up right now. Go
yeah,
ahead.
but yeah, big trigger warning.
There you go.
Extremely abusive, physically, mentally, sexually, um, more mentally than well, I don't know. He would do sick things, you know, like he would torture animals to death in front of me, like cats and stuff. Like
Fuck.
it's just
So sorry, T.
Oh,
real
wow.
sick guy, you know. And I left him and I went back to him. I had Stockholm syndrome. Um, I went through fucking hell, you know. And in the end, I had to. His dad helped me escape, you know. He helped me
Angels. Yeah.
helped me escape, and I had to flee to Portugal to get away from him and all of this. And you
Oh
know,
my
my dad
God.
wasn't there. My dad wasn't there through all of that. Like my mum tried to rescue me. She came to get me, and I put all my stuff in the car. Like she convinced me to leave, and then we went down the road in the car, and I jumped out of the car and went back to him. You know, this is how much he messed my head up. You know, I was really screwed up. Um, yeah, there's a lot more to that, but I won't get into the details of that. But yeah, I my dad wasn't there. You know, my dad. I don't remember my dad
Yeah.
speaking to me at all, and I don't think he ever knew how bad it was. Um, And so when I got back from Portugal and everything, and I'm trying to like rebuild my life, I didn't want to go back to my mum's because my stepdad was there.
Mhm.
I decided
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and make it myself, and I was walking the streets of London, you know, and trying to find a job, going around all the hotels. That didn't work. And then I ended up. I had a friend down by like Gatwick Airport, and they said, "Oh, look, you can sort of stay on our couch and get a job at the airport or whatever." And so I got a job, but I needed just a little bit of money to get the airside pass because it was for cleaning the airplanes and stuff. So I was in the warehouse and um but they were like, if you don't get it in a certain amount of time, then we'll have to let you go or something. I don't know. So I called my dad, like, and I asked him for like 30 quid. So it's like, what, $50 or something, to please, can you help me get this airside pass? And I can hear his wife in the background going, no, 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 don't give it to her. She needs to stand on her own 2 feet. She needs to stand on her own 2 feet. And this is like, so over the last 32 years, right, I've had maybe 3 phone calls without her fucking wittering in the background and telling him what to say, controlling what he says. And I really needed him, you know, and I was crying. And he started crying. He said, I want to help my daughter, you know, and he didn't help me. And it was just, that was the second kind of real big trigger, you know. But I know he loved me dearly. He did. He was just really weak. To be honest with you, he's just weak. He just let people walk all over him. And so, you know, but I still thought, oh, you know, he loves me, and, you know, I don't know, I just, whatever. So anyway, going forward, going to October, when I was told that I had these abandonment issues, I was going to go and visit, like, I was going over to England and Scotland, and it was just festering in my head, like, I need to tell Dad. I don't know what to do. Do I bring it up with him? I need answers. Like, why? Why wasn't he there for us? You know? And you know, I spoke to my therapist, and she said, "Well, what is it that you want to what do you want to happen when you tell him that? Like, what do you want to achieve from that?" And I was like, "I don't know. Just some sort of just what's the word? Validation of my feelings, or an apology or something, you know?" Um,
Yeah.
But then it was like, you know, he was 82. You know, he's probably not going to be around much longer. I should probably just leave it and enjoy our time together. And that's what I wanted to do. So I went to visit him. And the whole time I was there, like, I don't normally stay with them because we've never been made to feel welcome. We've never, like, in 32 years, never been invited for Christmas, nothing, you know? I've got 4 step siblings that I don't know. And
Oh,
that's what,
wow,
you
T.
know, it was just making me really angry. Like, all these things are festering in my head. Like, how can somebody get with a guy that has 3 children and just not be interested in having a relationship with them? Like, to me, that's so incredibly selfish. Like, don't get with
It's
someone with kids if
yeah,
you don't want anything to do with them. That's how I
I
feel
agree
anyway.
with you. No,
yeah.
I agree with
I
you.
don't, you know, I don't know if that was her or him. I don't know, and I'm never going to get those answers now. You know. And so I went up there and I stayed with them, with I had my son and everything, and she was just so incredibly condescending and patronizing and putting me down the whole time, which she's never done before. It was really weird. Um, she was like asking me questions like, "Oh, has my son's name's Jake. Like, has Jake had a shower today?" Like, every day asking me, and I'm like, "Why the fuck you are?" Like, you know. And
Wow.
he's my son's autistic, and he has, like, severe food aversion, and he only eats, like, maybe 3 different things, and she kept asking me before I came up, "Oh, what food do you want me to get in?" I said, "Please don't worry about our food." Like, everyone who knows me, we bring our own food. It's just easier than explaining it all, and, you know, it's like things like
Okay, alright.
he won't eat round crackers, it has to be square crackers, and, you know what I mean? It's just, by the time it's just exhausting explaining it all, you know? So I'm like, "I'll just bring my own food." But she just wouldn't accept it because she's, like, got this control. She's obviously got her own unresolved trauma. She's had a very traumatic life. I'll give her that, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but she was, like, messaging my sisters, like, "I don't know what to get in for tea. Like, what food do I get?" And they're, like, telling her, "Honestly, she will bring her own food. Don't worry about it." So anyway, the whole time I'm up there, she's like, "Oh, you should just sit him at the table and just tell him if he doesn't eat it, he doesn't leave the table." And I'm like,
Oh, no.
Oh,
"Do you know
no.
what I mean? Like,
Oh my god.
do you seriously
No.
think I haven't tried that?" You know? Like, and it was just
No.
really pissing me
She
off.
thinks
And it
she
was like,
has all the answers, and it's, it's a control.
and
I'm
that was just one of
Absolutely.
the things.
sorry.
And then it was
Oh my.
like, yeah, it was, I don't know, it was, my dad said that, because I analyze everything and I analyze everyone. I've tried to pull back on doing that now because I know it annoys people. Yeah, I don't know if it's my ADHD or whatever, but it's me. Love me or hate me.
I love you so
And
much, girl.
I love you, T. Sorry,
I
but
ditto, ditto, guys. But bloody, she she
Yeah, we
goes,
love you,
"My
T.
dad." Thank you. I love you guys too. Honestly, you've just been amazing. my dad said, "Oh, you've just got an analytical mind like that." And then anyway, later on when we went out, look, she goes, me and her went out to get some fish and chips for dinner, and she just sort of randomly started saying, to have an analytical mind, people who are analytical, they have to have years of education, like decades of
Oh my God.
of analyzing and I don't know, mathematics and all of this stuff. Like, and I was like, oh, okay. And then then she started going on about, do you have a social life? Do you have any friends? And all this just weird shit,
Yeah.
just
Okay, so
pulling.
T, look, everybody is saying they love you and they understand, but this Marie says it all.
Yes.
I know, mate. I know. She's fucked. Like, I know. But, it was the whole time I was there. So she ripped apart my parenting, right? In my head. She's ripped apart my parenting.
Control.
She's put down my personality or my way of thinking or whatever, right? So then I told her that I really we were talking one evening and I said, oh, I'd love to get into psychology and, my best friend's doing a counselling degree and I'd love to do that one day when my mental health's settled down a bit. Well, I've been saying that for years, but, and straight away she went, oh, no, you would not be the right person for that. No way, no.
Do what?
And I'm like, stab for the heart again. So
Oh
like
my
she's
gosh.
torn apart my parenting, my personality, my future goals.
Ooh.
Do you know what? Like, I was absolutely fucking destroyed.
Just know her
and
opinion is not.
No, and I know all this, but it still hurt. And I'm holding it
absolutely.
in because I'm trying to enjoy the time with my dad. And
That's
it's like
not
I couldn't even
okay.
have a freaking conversation with him without her coming in and
Agreed.
interrupting. Like,
Mhm.
she couldn't she just wouldn't leave us on our own to spend any time together. And there was one time, so we were in the kitchen, me and my dad are in the kitchen and he was talking about something and he told me that they had been trying for a baby when they first got together. And I was just like, it took a while for it to go in. And I was like, what the fuck? He didn't bother with his 3 daughters and they were trying for a baby? And I couldn't hold it in anymore. And I said, Dad, like, like, that's really, really shocked me that you were trying for a baby when you didn't really spend a lot of time with us. And he went, oh God, I'm so sorry. I had no idea you felt like that. And he genuinely didn't. Like my dad's oblivious that he's done anything wrong, right? I'll get to that bit. But like, and I just start crying and then she walks in and it's like, I don't ever get to finish the conversation with him or get anywhere with it,
That's the part that's breaking my heart because you should have been allowed that.
I know, but she just has to, I think because she's told so many lies, like reasons why, cancelling times where we're meant to come up and see him or, oh, he's having an operation or, and she's changed him. Like she bitches about people. They had this Chinese student lodger staying there and she was just being so mean about her figure and the clothes that she wears and the way she talks and like bitchy. And my dad started joining in and I'm like looking at them like, what the hell?
wow.
Like, that's not my dad, she's just like she fat shames people. Like, I don't know. I can't stand her. Anyway, so I left and I cried all the way home from Scotland to England. I was just a mess. And I got back to Australia and then like a few days later, she messaged me and said, oh, hi. It was really nice to see you. I hope you enjoyed your stay. It was nice having you. And I thought, fuck it,
All right.
I messaged her, but I messaged her very politely, right? I'll tell you what I messaged her actually.
Found my lip gloss finally. My lips are dry, sorry.
Oh, she's
I
just
don't know
messaged
how you
me.
stay calm.
She's
Right?
just messaged me. She's just messaged me.
I mean, I feel like people like that, they do change the person they're with, not for the better.
I'm going to read her message. I haven't read it yet. She just literally messaged me 4 minutes ago. I haven't messaged her to say sorry for your loss or anything because I don't know, I couldn't get my head around it. I'm so sorry you did not manage for your dad's passing. Be sure everyone lived in your dad's heart whose life had a meaning to him. Family and friends. He knew, it's not really making much sense. He knew how to respect all whom he knew, even those who didn't understand the word. or its true meaning. What the fuck does that even mean?
What in the hell? Read that one more time, please.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decipher that.
Because there's loads of like random full stops in wrong places,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So
what I'm trying to.
I'm sorry you did not manage for your dad's passing, but be sure everyone lived in your dad's heart whose life had a meaning to him.
Okay.
Family and friends.
How
He
is
knew
that
how
weird?
to it's just random. I don't know why that's there.
No, that's just kind of to me degrading, but go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was waiting for it to have a dig, Family and friends. He knew how to respect all whom he knew, even those who didn't understand the word or its true meaning. I don't understand that. Doesn't make any sense. Again, I'm sorry you didn't make it, but he would have had his family in his thoughts throughout this spell of his illness. So basically,
How about, see, your dad passed. He loved you. No, I wanted you to know that. I mean, how hard
yeah,
is it to write those words?
I know.
That's
Yeah,
so frustrating because it's
a
about
bit of a
her.
guilt trip stab. I think. I don't know. I might be wrong, but the
I
other
don't
thing
know
is,
how
is
to take that. Sophie, what do you think?
It's worded strangely,
Yeah.
but just listening to you, T. I mean, my story's a bit different, but kind of the same. Like my dad's wife, I hear her in the background, like telling him what to say, but I don't blame her. I blame him, and they're both the same, and they both do character assassination. And I don't. I stopped speaking to him about a year ago after decades of trying with him and getting sick of just like hardcore character assassination, like I'm talking like 2 hours on the phone of just being like put down and told what everything I do is wrong. And
yeah.
then my oldest son said to me one day, he's like, Mum, how come every time you talk to your dad, you cry? And I was like, oh my God, he's right. Like, it's not right for me to be so upset when I'm just trying to talk to my dad. And so I don't know, over a year ago, I just told him, I just said, look, you've got no right to speak to me like this. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. You haven't been part of my life for a long time. And I'm an
Exactly.
adult and you don't know who I am. And he didn't know what to say. He sort of tried to, because he's a psych nurse, so he's really good at using his voice to manipulate. So he was
Okay.
trying his voice techniques on me, and I just got really shitty with him. And yeah, and then the next time I spoke to him, he tried to go, oh, well, you were telling me last time about what a horrible childhood you had, and da 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 da, and then tried to like gaslight me with my
It
own
shouldn't be a psych
story.
then. It shouldn't be a freaking psych nurse.
And I just like the last time I spoke to him, I just said to him, look, Dad, in the last like since 1995, I've seen you what, 4 times? I said, you're not part of my life. You know nothing about me. And
I've
I'm
seen
not
my
going to
dad
sit here.
more since I moved to Australia. How
Yeah,
crazy is that?
Wow.
It's an hour
yeah,
flight. It's an hour flight from Scotland to England.
yeah.
You know?
My dad lives in Australia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
So
just
T,
said to
where
him, I'm not listening to it anymore. And I said, if you want to ring me up and talk about the weather or gardening, that's fine. But I'm
Yeah.
not listening to your unsolicited character assassination
Unsolicited,
anymore.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I said, I
Like,
don't want
yeah.
your advice and I don't need it.
You
And
didn't
it's
ask
not
for it, and
wanted.
you're not a child, and that's it. She was treating me like a child. Like, I
Yeah.
Yeah,
know
they
what I'm doing.
do.
And she was going, "Oh, well, I know all about autistic kids." She did this course
Uh,
for like an hour, like an hour's course on autism.
mm,
And she's a teacher, like a piano. She teaches violin, and my dad's teaches taught piano. Um,
mm,
and because she'd worked with autistic kids for 30 years, oh, she knows all about autism, she doesn't know about my child. Every person with autism is different, every single
mm.
person. Like, don't tell me you know my
and I
child.
would tell her to tread very
My
lightly
child,
after
you have
you
my
get there.
vagina. Like, shut the fuck up. Sorry, but
Yeah, she better tread very lightly while y'all are there
Mm.
for his
hey,
funeral. Yeah.
well, he's not even having a funeral.
Really?
And yeah, she paid for it. They they agreed on it apparently. The thing is my dad, he gets really overwhelmed with decision making and stuff like that, and so he shuts down and he lets her take control, you know? And so I
Yeah.
don't know if that's genuinely what he wanted, you know? I don't know. There'll be times where there was the whole power of attorney thing going on years ago. He said he wanted my sister Catherine and myself, like, to both be the power of attorney. And then it changed and it ended up being 2 of her kids. But when
Wow.
my sister was up there with him, they went out for a walk and they talked about it, and he said, "Oh yeah, I definitely want it to be you." Couple of hours later, nah, she changed his mind again. That's what I mean. She's
She's
controlling it. It's
crazy.
like she's been
That is
brainwashing him.
definitely a control issue.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh god, yeah. She's
get what
admitted
my
it. She
dad's
said,
wife
"I'm a
said to
control
me.
freak." Yeah.
My dad's
Yeah.
wife said to me 2 years ago that if me and my sister don't ring my dad every week, that she won't tell us when he's dying. He's been dying for fucking 15 years. I wish he'd hurry up. Like, sorry, but it's like he's been dying for 15
Get it over
years.
and done
Like,
with. No,
well, no,
no.
it's like some kind of control tool to pull at our heartstrings and manipulate us and get
Well,
us
she's never said that. You
talking to
know,
them.
yeah.
Oh,
I
they're
you
evil.
know, I do think she's a narcissist, but I think that maybe that's her. I think
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I'm still in two minds about it. She's had a horrific, she was in foster care and she's had crazy abuse and all of that. And I think the control is her way. She needs to control everything, and that's her coping mechanism or whatever. But I don't, and maybe she doesn't understand families and stuff because she never had one when she was young. I don't know, but I'll tell you what happened after I left Scotland that time, and she messaged me, right? So because of this abusive relationship I had, right, due to Miriam Francis really
Oh,
inspired
I love
me.
her.
Yeah,
Yes.
I actually went to the police about my abuser from 23 years ago. This was, I think, when I was 17. I'm 43 now. No, it's even, I don't know, whatever. I went to the police and I opened a case on him, a historical abuse case. So
Oh.
anyway, so she said, it was lovely to see you. Hope it wasn't too boring. Anyway, I said I went to the police about blah blah blah. I found the strength. It was very confronting. I said all of this. I had to do all this stuff. Blah blah blah. And I said, it was nice to come up and see you both, and thank you for your hospitality. But I did feel you were quite critical of me, and it put me in a bit of a bad place for a while. I feel that you don't know me or Jake well enough to presume so much about my future goals, my parenting, his autism, and how my brain works, to be honest. I felt torn apart. I probably should have set some boundaries the first time you judged me, but I'm only just learning how to do that. I have very low self-esteem, so it's a struggle for me. I would really appreciate it if you were a little more mindful of this next time we visit. Anyway, just needed to get that off my chest. Hope you're both well. Kiss, kiss. Right? Do you know what she replied to that? Was that polite? That was polite.
That
Her
was
kiss.
polite.
That was polite, and you said everything on your mind in a very nice way.
Okay.
Exactly.
She wrote back, "Thank you for your inspirational text."
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's it.
do you have
And then I'm like,
facial
what, like,
expression?
when you get that feeling, that horrible stab in your chest? I
Mhm.
felt that instantly. And I was like, I don't know how to
Mm.
take that. Like, what does that mean? Are you being sarcastic? Are you like, I didn't know how to take it. I was just like, what the hell? And then I get a message from my dad. And my dad's, where is he? Because this goes on for weeks, right? So he messaged and said, this message was to her, right? It was to her. It wasn't to him. My dad was lovely, right? It was just to her. Okay.
Mhm.
So, hang on, sorry, because it's all part of the story. Oh no, thank you for letting me get all this out. So she wrote, "Thank you for the inspirational text," and then he wrote, sorry, hang on. Oh Christ. I'm sorry, I'm just reading some of it. Sorry, because I really want to get this out because it's part of the story.
You don't need to apologize.
Thanks.
Indigo, I'm going to put them up together in just one moment. I'll start them.
Basically, he said, oh, right, okay. Thanks. The WhatsApp which Sheena sent on to me, I'm astonished at the tone and content of the latter part of your message. It is deeply disturbing that you think we don't understand the challenges you face. You actually don't, because you don't fucking, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. I know. Long since recognised as a form of autism. Like, he's educated me on autism. Sorry, but like, whatever. Blah blah. All of this. Sheena worked constantly with children with special needs. She has years of experience, which counts for a lot. We did our very best to make your stay with us successful, pleasant, and even though there were obvious constraints, particularly my illness, it was good having you both with us, but I was deeply aware of those restraints affecting the quality. Like, that's not even an issue. Like, he was ill, you know? Like,
Yeah. She not only controls what he does, but how he thinks and perceives.
yes.
For him to actually
Half of
say,
this, I found out she's been writing his text messages for him. It's not even him
Yeah.
half the time. Yeah.
oh, that could
But I
totally
think
be
they've written
her.
this together. Yeah. So anyway, I'll narrow it down.
Oh, I'm so sorry to you that
It's
she treated you
freaking-
so disrespectfully.
I know.
Like in
Anyway,
writing text.
yeah, and then he puts at the end. He goes,
There they
"Oh no!"
go.
And then he said, "Any criticism you felt from us, it wasn't us, it was her, right? So she's making it about both of them, kind of thing. She's dragging him into it, and it's nothing to do with him. He was lovely, you know. Any criticism you felt from us sprang from concern and love. We can't change who we are. We try to do the best we can. You've never told us about your goals, so no comment. I did. I sat there and said that I wanted to do a degree. But they conveniently forgot, you know. Your news about the abuser and the terrible time you had touched me deeply. Where were you? Where were you? You know? And to feel your pain was a reminder that you are my dear child, and I feel anger about what you suffered. I love you deeply, Daddy. He always puts Daddy in kisses. And then he sent another one, like later on. Oh no, I wrote back. I said, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm not sure what you mean about my tone. I was very polite and honest. I was clearly upset. In a previous conversation on the phone with Sheena a few months ago, we had said that we were going to be more direct with each other. That message was not aimed at you at all. I've never felt criticized or judged by you at all my entire life. You've always understood me and Jake, and in the past have given advice in a kind and understanding way. There are a few things that happened that you weren't there for, because she says things when he's not there. Like, we went out to get the fish and chips, you know. She would,
Right.
you know, she doesn't do it in front of him. So it makes me, you know, typical narcissistic behavior, you know. That you may or may not have noticed. I was asked by Sheena every day whether Jake had showered or not. I felt this was a little inappropriate and made me feel like she didn't think I was looking after him properly. This, as well as, oh shit, I've just pressed a button and lost it. Oh, there we go. This, as well as disagreeing with me about his eating problems. Granted, she did apologize for that. Oh yeah, because the first evening, right, she was trying to give me advice about his eating, and she must have seen my face, like looking annoyed or shocked or whatever. She came in and she said, I'm sorry, I saw the look on your face, and you're a great mum, and gave me a hug, you know. But then the next morning proceeded to do it again, you know. So granted, she did apologize for that one evening as she noticed I was upset, then proceeded to do it again the next day. Sorry, this is really long. You don't mind doing this to you, because it's really nice.
We're here. We're here as long as you show up. We're here.
Okay. I really appreciate it.
We're here.
The reason I said she doesn't understand about me or Jake's autism was because of her judging my methods. I've also been around autism my entire life. Both my parents, my brother, and my son are autistic, and I still don't claim to understand how every single autistic person works, as they are all individual, as are all humans. What works for one may not work for another. I felt I was being judged by her about how I support Jake with his food aversion. I'd already tried the old-fashioned way for years, and then many other methods. Like, I had a food therapist come into our house every day for 6 months. Do you know what I mean? What we were doing during our visit is what works best for us while Jake is in unfamiliar surroundings. It makes him feel safe. Anything else can be damaging. So that's what I meant by that. I was told by Sheena that me studying psychology or becoming a counselor would be unequivocally not be the right job for me, and that I was definitely not the right person for that. It's something that I've been passionate about for many years, and stated that it was something I wanted to do in the future. I was told by her on 2 separate occasions that to be analytical, it takes years of education, sometimes decades. I felt like this was calling me unintelligent, and it was actually you that said I had an analytical brain, which I agree with. I've always questioned things, and one of my hobbies is studying various topics. I've always questioned things, blah, blah, blah. I'll go on about my brain. Sheena doesn't know how my brain works. It was a massive assumption, which I didn't ask for, and also thought it was another put down. If you put yourself in my shoes, how do you think it would make you feel? It really put a massive dampener on the whole time I was there. I cried my eyes out the whole way home. I don't want to make you feel bad about it, Dad. It wasn't you at all, so please understand that. Her reply to my message yesterday was like a punch in the stomach. I actually felt it and it hurt. I don't understand why she would reply so cruelly, like, oh, thanks for your inspirational text, I thought she would be a bit more understanding, and I regret sending it now. I thought we were at a level where I could tell her my honest feelings as she does with me. Anyway, I love you so much, Dad, and I hope this doesn't affect our relationship, and miss you always. And then he'd put like, there will not be any boundaries in this family. And I'm like, what? That's just him not understanding. I don't know, because everyone has boundaries, I bet
Yeah.
everyone is entitled to have their own boundaries. There must be things you feel uncomfortable with that you would like people to respect. It's healthy to have boundaries, almost like not stepping into each other's auras. Anyway, him replying to the previous message, he put, "You could not have said more to push us apart, Daddy," with no
Oh,
kisses.
wow.
Because he always puts Daddy in kisses, and it was like, just Daddy, you know? And I'm like starting to panic. I've been abandoned all over again. This is how I felt, you know? From the inspirational text one, that was like a stab, and then that's like a stab, you know? And then he doesn't answer, and then I'm like, if I've misunderstood everything, then maybe a reasonable reply from Sheena would have helped. That is genuinely how she made me feel. No answer. Do my feelings mean nothing? No answer. I genuinely don't understand, Dad. It's like you've just completely ignored all of my points, like they mean nothing to you. And then finally, like an hour later, I get a reply. Well, you've treated my wife as if she were an enemy when she was treating you as family. Hello, sorry. Last time I checked, I am family. And the thing is, right, when I was up there, someone came round and said hello and everything, and she went, "Oh, this is and I went, "Her stepdaughter." She didn't even know how to introduce me.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, and it just goes on and on. I don't know. I put, she's not my enemy. She's definitely not my enemy. That's ridiculous. I just wanted to let her know how she made me feel and ask politely if she could please not do it to me anymore. Right? Then my dad puts, I think we've had enough of the poor me's. There is a stronger
Jack,
person behind her.
hang on, Tim. Sorry, Jack. Please. I told you you're very welcome on here, but this is very serious right now. Okay. I know they haven't read the room, but Jack,
Yeah.
please. Okay, I appreciate it.
Jack, you can be a bit trolly sometimes. I know I've seen you do this before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
this
yeah,
is
there
very
are
serious.
benefits on the beaches at certain times of year. Yeah.
He's a troll.
It's just very serious.
No, it is.
It's okay. Like this is old news. I've talked about it. I don't know. I just wanted to see like your take on it and stuff. And I don't know. I don't even know why I think I'm telling you this because my dad died, and I'm kind of like, this is what I'm having to deal with, and I have to go up there and face her. Do you know what I mean? And I'm really struggling with, I don't know how my sisters are like, they know what I'm going through at the moment, and they're like, please don't start any shit. And I'm like, I'm not going to start any shit, I don't know how I'm going to be. I'll
Yeah,
probably
well,
break down for a hug, and that's probably what
yeah.
I'll do. I'm not a bitchy person. It's not about being bitchy. It's just all the unanswered questions, and it's my fault. It's my fault that I wasn't there in time. I hadn't renewed my son's passport, and
No,
I shouldn't.
Really?
So
please don't take
if
that.
I
Please.
his passport, I would have gone Thursday night, and I would have been there.
T, you can never know the time. Okay? And you
No.
have a lot going on. You've been taking care of your son. You're taking care of your responsibilities. It's not your fault that he passed away before you got there, or everything that happened. It's everything happens for a reason. I have to believe that because of so much crap I've been through. There's gotta be a reason.
Well, mate, I mean, if I got stuck in the lift for a reason, because then that security guard would have rang the boss.
It was, and look how that worked out.
Yeah,
like it was meant to.
Marie, I agree with you. It doesn't sound like it's my dad writing them. I think it possibly is, but she twists his way of thinking. Do you know what I mean? She's in his ear, and
just know if you got there when he already passed, it would be you and her.
Yeah.
So do not blame yourself, please. I know it feels that way, and I hope sometime, because it's so new, that you'll realize that it's not you at all. Why you didn't get there. You do so much in your life, and you're such a great mom, and you put him first. Your son first, okay? So you did amazing. You did what you could, and it's okay.
It's just an unfortunate thing, I suppose,
I know.
But that was it. So that text, him saying, "We've had enough of the poor me's," was again another stab. Like, poor me? It's a bit fucking more than that. But he doesn't know that I've got all these abandonment issues, and he has no idea that that's how I feel, and that, a phone call every couple of months isn't good enough. I mean, if I was away from my children, I would be calling them to say goodnight every night, I would be calling them to see how they're doing at school. I'd know who their friends are, He didn't know any of that. I mean, it was shit, it was shit. There was no one coming to parents' nights. My mum wasn't there either. We were neglected. We didn't have a lot of food. Me and my sister started going out shoplifting, to get money to get freaking shoes to wear at school that didn't have mouths at the front of them, talking shoes, so we wouldn't get bullied for having because in England they're very can be very pretentious and materialistic, and what you wear matters. You get bullied at school if you don't have the latest clothes or whatever.
Yes.
Anyway, when he said enough of the poor me's. Now I know poor me is her, because she believes in tough love and all of that. Well, I've had fucking tough love for decades. Like, give me a break, And so
I agree, Miss Sunrise.
That was another stab in the heart. I didn't reply. I didn't reply after that. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So I didn't reply, right? And then I minded my own
so
business.
I think Marie's right over here, T. Look, I think Marie's right about that. Okay.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
then
But it's still at the time I was heightened, and it hurt,
And then Miss Sunrise on. Yeah, I think it wasn't her father.
It was physically felt pain,
Oh,
yeah, and she just to hurt.
Yeah, those were her words.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
I just
but also I think
Oh.
she twisted his mind, and he
Welcome awaken.
Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
No, this is for you. No, there was a reason that I came on tonight, T, and I'm going to tell you it was just pulling me, and you're the reason. I didn't even know when I did it, but I just kept saying I have to go live tonight. I have to.
Thank you.
So now I know why. And take as much time as you need.
Thank you.
We are all here for you.
I'd like to say something. A long story short, I was lucky enough to know both of my birth parents. And when I was 18, my birth father was in hospice, and my family decided for me that it would be too hard for me to see him and say goodbye and all that stuff. And so I didn't get to do that. And it's not just your adult self that's hurting. Like you're starting that journey to reach, 14-year-old T,
Yeah.
and I think it must be hard for an autistic parent in his situation if he was being manipulated by somebody else.
Yeah.
I think that the text that he signed, daddy, that were actually emotional, I think that was really him speaking to you.
But she twisted his way of thinking.
And I'm just
That's why.
really
Yeah.
sorry that
It's
Yeah.
so fucked up, isn't
but
it?
I'm
It's
just really
just,
sorry that you on time and yeah.
it's all right. And it's and so what happened after that, and this is when I realized that she's a narcissist, is I didn't reply to that last text. I was just like, what's the point? She's she's twisting him or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm minding my own business. About a week later, and I'm at work, and I get a random text from my dad's phone, right? And it says, and bear in mind that I've just previously said that when I got that reply, thank you for your inspirational text, I felt physical pain. Okay. So a week later, I get a random text from my dad's phone. Thank you for your inspirational text to us both. Right. When I've said it wasn't to both of you, it was to her. Right. However, please do not text on either phone again. There's a landline, daddy, with no kisses. So it's just like, I'm not
What?
getting any reaction. I'm not getting any reaction. I'm going to stick the knife in a bit more,
Mhm.
That's what it was.
Wow.
So not just repeating that line again, right? But saying text to both of us when I've made it clear it wasn't about him at all. It was about her. She's like, oh, I'm not having this. Do you know what I mean? It was just disgusting.
Yeah, narcissists cannot be wrong, and they know which words, especially if you actually admit that word hurt. It
Just want
They
any type
also
of
know
reaction.
they need the fuel, they need the attention that they gotta have the fuel.
Yeah. It's just gross, It's it's so messed up. And so I ignored that
They
one as
never had
well.
a kid. They never had a kid, right, T, together?
No. No.
Thank you, Lord,
because if
for small
he's
miracles.
They did take my
82,
sister. They took my sister for 3 years when she was 13 to 16. But then she couldn't handle it and sent her back down to my mum just before her end of school exams.
Oh.
Wow.
My sister was devastated. She actually was getting, because while she was there, they were very attentive. She got private tutoring. She had a really good education. She's settled. She'd made friends and everything. She'd already she just got shoved on an overnight bus. Wasn't told she was going or anything. She was told there and then, right, you're going to live with your dad, like that, and put on an
No,
overnight
wow.
bus. 13 years old, goes up there, gets settled, and then gets sent back down again. I mean, I don't know how. Like, she's got abandonment issues, but she's very settled and married and got kids, and she's happy and everything, I think. But I don't know. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to go back down so badly that she was going around to like homeless shelters and stuff, saying, like, "Will you take me in?" Because she wanted to stay. It's
That's
just,
so sad.
I know, it's awful because she couldn't handle it. Anyway, I didn't reply to that text. I didn't reply because I thought, nope, not feeding the narcissist. I've had experience with narcissists before because my former mother-in-law was a narcissist as well, and made my life hell when my partner died.
Yeah.
So, like,
No fuel, no fuel, no fuel, and
yeah,
sometimes it's just difficult.
yeah. So this one was 2 weeks. I don't know, 2 weeks, 10 days afterwards, right? No attention. Hi, I know I ruled out texting, but there's quite a bit to cover, and holding my head while talking is a bit of a challenge for my ancient brain. I was astounded by your interpretations, again from my dad's phone, by the way, interpretations of things that Sheena said. Sheena was trying to be a sincere host when she mentioned the shower. She was not suggesting possible neglect. But why? Why would you ask someone if their kids had a shower? Why? Anyone? Anyone? Would you ever ask anyone if they've showered their kid? Like,
No.
what? even if you deeply cared about them. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? My son hates showers. He's terrified of showers. He didn't have a shower. We were there for 3 days and he didn't have a shower. He didn't. And so what? It's none of your freaking business, you know. He washed, obviously, but he didn't have a shower. He didn't want to have a shower, and that's okay. And he was there when she's asking. She's asking in front of him, and he's like, Mum, should we just pretend that I had a shower? You know?
Oh,
Like, for fuck's sake.
Oh man.
Do that.
that
to-
is
to us.
so sad.
Bless his heart. Anyway, anything that was said about Jake's eating challenges was no reflection on your management, but just enthusiasm for trying new things. Because I haven't been trying anything
Well,
for the last 10 years.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, nothing was meant as criticism of your mothering of Jake. She has often said to me what a good job you make of looking after him. She does not recall making a judgment about your choice of studies. Of course she doesn't. As to boundaries, I think before I build a wall, I would want to know what I was walling in or out. What?
What?
So they obviously think about boundaries. I don't know. Maybe that's an autism thing.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I don't have many. Well, I do now. I don't have many boundaries. I tell you, like I will tell everyone. I'm an
Shit,
open
T,
book.
you're good at them now when you're out there.
Far out, man. I mean, like, for example, are you going to sit there and talk about your sex life in front of me? Because I certainly don't want to hear that, you know? Boundary. It's not building a wall. It's not a freaking castle, you know? So, right, perhaps you have an attitude problem with Sheena. I don't recognize your interpretation of her behavior representing the Sheena I know and love. We need to sort this out. It goes round and round my head day and night. Daddy, with kisses. P.S. I haven't found writing the above easy, which may explain the delay in getting in touch. And I said, it's been going around my head too. Can I call you on Friday? And he put, yes, please. Then there's the phone call, if you want to hear about the phone call.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh,
Hey.
my God, the phone call. So, phone call. So I call him on Friday, and the first thing he says to me is, your behavior was unacceptable. And I'm like, what? Are you serious, Dad? Are you serious? Are you actually serious? And I explained it, and I said, look, I was polite, and all this. And then I can't remember absolutely everything. I wish my phone was able to record stuff, but I basically, I got it all out. And I said to him, Dad, in the last 32 years, do you think you've done everything to be a good parent? And he said, yes. And I was like, are you fucking... And I never swear in front of my dad. I never swear. He doesn't know. Like, I smoked for years and he never knew. Like, I'm daddy's princess, I would never swear in front of my dad. I said, are you fucking kidding me? And it's just silence, And he was like, well, yes. And then I told him everything. And I said, you didn't know that we were hungry and going out shoplifting and stuff. And he goes, and I said, and you never called us, da, da, da. And he goes, well, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? Call you up and ask you if you're shoplifting? And I'm like, what? So I think I don't, like, I don't, he just didn't get it. He didn't get it. He was absolutely oblivious. He didn't get it. And it's not because he's horrible. I don't know. I don't know.
It's weird, the connection between a good parent and then not parenting.
He
The
was-
the
Well, he
difference.
was more of a friend. When I look back on it now, when he had us, because he had me and one of my other sisters for 3 years while the custody battle was going on, and he was our friend. He was no good at doing housework, or I don't remember him doing homework or anything like that. He would just buy us clothes, feed us like terrible food, whatever we wanted. He spoiled us, and he was very, very loving and affectionate, and just, always like very loving like that, like verbally, loads of hugs, stuff like that. But when it came to like being an actual responsible parent, he was shocking. He didn't even do the washing up. He'd have like his whole bath would be full of dishes, and then he'd pay someone to come around and do it. He's not, my dad's like a giant child, kind of the same as me. So yeah, and that's just, he's autistic, that's fine. And I think that because he did that, and because he was always really lovey-dovey on the phone, I think he thought that was good enough. I don't know. But the reasons behind it don't matter. It still affected me, obviously, So
Yeah.
that phone
Yeah.
call did no good at all. I got so angry. I didn't mean to get angry at all. And I was shouting, and there was just radio silence, like nothing. He did not know what to do. And then he said, "Oh, I'm gonna have to. I need time to process this. I'm gonna have to go. I'll call you back." And he, and then apparently and I feel so bad. Apparently he had a massive, like, violent vomiting fit after that. So I felt
Oh, wow.
awful. I didn't mean it to go that
Sophie,
way at
thank you
all.
for being here. I love you, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Sophie. It was nice to meet you, and sorry it wasn't on better terms and that I was just me
Okay.
rabbiting away.
No, she was here for support. I love Sophie.
Yeah, she's lovely. I saw her chat with Marilyn and Ree. It was awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, so I got it all out, and it didn't, in hindsight, I wish I'd never said anything from the beginning, because it just made everything worse. And
But see, holding it in,
I
I mean,
know.
you've held it in for so long. And then
Yeah.
them blaming you for
Yeah.
just your feelings, because
Well, it
it's
was,
not
yeah.
you were nasty or anything with telling how, I mean, you were vulnerable when you were telling them how it made you feel. And I mean, you did an amazing job expressing your feelings over text.
She's just
And
messaged me again. She just
Uh-oh.
messaged me again. I haven't replied to her, so she's put, "I do love you and wish you and Jake well in the coming days," or something. "I remember you as a tiny little thing." Because she was friends with my mum and dad. Like, my dad and her worked together. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, I mean, so that's what I've been going through for the past few months. I've been fine. This was oh Christ, it's nearly a year ago now. What are we in now? September. Yeah, so it's nearly a year ago all this happened. And I've done a lot of work, and I'm okay. Like, I think you go through anger, and then the sadness, and then the acceptance, and I feel like I'm going through the acceptance phase, and then he goes and dies, and then it's like, fuck, so
There's 5 stages, T, and you can go through every one of them in order, out of order, go to the last one, go
yeah,
back to the first one, just whatever it
yeah,
is.
I know,
And
yeah.
there's no timetable on grief.
no,
Yeah, you
there's
think
no
it's a
rhyme or
roller coaster ride. Yeah, I went through it with the death of my son's father as well, and it's just like,
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
unanswered questions with that as well. But
Mm.
thanks for listening, guys.
No,
That's what
of
we're here
course.
for. No.
Yeah.
So I think some people have some questions. They were wondering now, are you going to
Yeah.
oh, wait, Indigo. I love this.
Oh, I love Keanu Reeves. He's like one of my crushes. He's so
Right?
beautiful.
Grief
He's
doesn't end. It
lovely.
just changes shape.
Yeah.
Oh, Indigo. That's actually, thank you for that.
Thanks for that.
And then
I
I
love
love
Keanu.
Blake. Grief is not linear,
Yeah.
nor is healing.
Nor is the autistic spectrum.
Nope.
It is not linear.
Right.
No.
Indigo has said, look.
Circle with stuff. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I agree
It's
with
funny.
that.
It's funny though. I do get my own back in a little way, right? When I go undercover into the Scientology buildings, my alter ego. So I go in disguise, and I put on a Scottish accent, and her name is
Oh,
Sheila
and I
Foyer.
love it. I love it.
That's
And she's
just
getting
awesome.
Scientology mail. Well, she moved. They were supposed to be moving house the day my dad died. So now, like,
Yeah, she gives her address. You know what? No, I think that's a beautiful way
Oh my God.
of saying how you appreciate her words to
That
you.
is making sure her mail is never empty.
yeah. Just
Oh,
hoping
T, this
she
is
wasn't.
classic.
Well, I'm not a horrible person. I'm not going to do horrible stuff to her. I just have to have a little bit of.
It's
Little bit of
fun.
control.
No,
A
It's
little
fun.
bit of taking that
It's
control
fun.
back, like, fuck you.
You know
You know
what?
what? You're just making sure she's never lonely. She'll always have mail.
Yep. Well, plus they say they do help, so I don't know.
I don't know. I should be respectful. I was going to say she's beyond help, but I need
Donna,
to be
hi,
respectful.
Donna.
I need to be
I know.
respectful.
I know.
Dad.
It's all feelings are everywhere right now, and
Yeah,
and with
Donna.
our experiences with people during this grief time, what to do with them, how to the interaction is even weirder than it was. Oh, it's just
He didn't know what he was doing. My mum didn't know what she was doing, and I don't know what I'm bloody doing. We do the best we can with what we've got, I suppose, and I have to just
Yes, we do.
yeah,
There's no manual.
no,
yeah. But at least I'm aware of my stuff ups, and I'm correcting them, and I mean,
yeah.
my son's a happy boy. Well, not at the moment. He's got depression, but yeah, most of the time he's happy. He's
I'm
just going
gonna
through a bad bit at the moment.
Yeah.
T, I'm gonna show some of these before I get too far behind with the
Yeah.
which is a lot, but there was a lot of comments I starred just for you. So Indigo, that's one of two.
Yeah.
And then let's see, here's the 2 of 2.
Yeah. It's my inner child.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I know I've got to heal my inner child, but I don't know how. No one's ever told me how.
Okay, so
How
if
do
you
you heal
find
your
out,
inner
let me
child?
know that.
So I guess you've got
I
to give
really
yourself the stuff you didn't have in childhood. You've got to be kind to yourself. You've got to love yourself, which I'm trying. I'm getting better. And I tell you what, YouTube has helped me. I know that sounds silly, but honestly, the amount of the confidence I've gained since I never thought I'd be live on a YouTube channel talking to people.
Me either. So look, you're in
You
good
know?
company.
Like, it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. So it's helped, and I never thought I would get help from YouTube. Yeah,
Like all the
all those
qualifications.
qualifications. No bloody qualifications.
Right.
It was some stupid, like, freaking. It wasn't even an official course she did.
How your child responds to the environment.
Yeah.
You're exactly right, Blake. Yeah.
But that's her. Like, she's never wrong, and she has to put other people down to make herself feel better. And it's like, I tried to be nice. I said, look, I could see that clearly, physically, I could see her anxiety. She's been looking after my dad, and he's hard work. He's like a giant child, and he's
And
very emotionally draining.
this is my
Thank
aunt.
you.
This
Oh,
is my
okay.
aunt. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And
I don't know what it's going to be like when I get. I'm just,
humble and kind. I agree.
I'm just gutted. I'm gutted that I'm not going to see his face, and I wanted to sit there and hold his hand and just, talk to him one last time because I know he could hear.
He can still hear.
You can still
He
He
can
was a
still hear.
He was a classical composer, and my sister put on like his favorite piece of music, and he would, he's moving his head, and then he randomly said he hasn't spoken for 2 days because he doesn't have enough oxygen to talk. But he went, "Oh, I'm never going to play again," and then went back.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, because that was his life. He was an amazing piano player.
humble and kind. It seems like she doesn't
No,
at all understand how. No, empathetic.
no, so
Absolutely.
cold. Yeah, so cold, so incredibly
Yeah.
cold.
Miss Sunrise Dawn. T, I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you. It's all
And
right.
then I think I put this one up there, but I just wanted to make sure you saw it.
Thank you.
And let's see, we're almost through these.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Marie, here you go. That's the question I was gonna ask.
No.
Okay, and
I mean,
then
I literally. So I'm going there. Well, we're flying there tonight. Me and my sister. I think my sisters, bless them, they've been up there like basically. I know it sounds horrible, waiting for him to die because we don't know. I mean, Thursday night it was. Oh, he's going in a couple of hours, and then he didn't. So they've been paying for a hotel next to the hospital, like $300 a night. They don't have that sort of money, and they're like, "Oh, well, what do we do? Do we stay up here and wait for you?" And I'm like, "No, go back down to England, because that's where they live. And when I come over, we just, so he's not having a funeral. She's paid for him to have like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically you get cremated and put in a box, and then
so a memorial?
celebration
sorry?
of life, a memorial or celebration of
Oh,
life.
maybe we can all go out for dinner. But I don't want to go out for dinner with her and my step siblings that I've never known. It's just a reminder of how insignificant I was. That's
Yeah.
what it feels like to me. So I don't really want to sit there and have freaking dinner, but I will if my sisters want to, out of respect to my dad, you know? I will.
I was
She
gonna
did look
ask,
after.
is that the reason you're going is for your sisters? Because I was gonna say with your dad
Oh,
already being gone, is there a reason
oh
that you
no,
had to go?
I'm going up to get some of their ashes, you know? Like
Oh,
obviously I
okay,
want some of
okay.
the ashes, but also, you know, Scotland's my home and where I grew up and where my heart is, and I
You
feel
need
like
to
I
be
need to say
there.
goodbye. I'm gonna say goodbye to Scotland. It'll
You
probably
need
be
to
the
be
last
there.
time.
Mm.
I have to let go. I have to let go of this part of my life, and you know, it's the place that I've lived the longest. But actually, I've probably lived in almost lived in Australia as long as I lived in Scotland. So I kind of need to let go, maybe say goodbye. And me and my sisters have never had a night out in Scotland, so I think we might do that as well. Like,
Yeah.
sod it,
Hey,
we'll go
that
and like
sounds
have like our
fun.
own like wake, you know. We'll go and have our own wake and get pissed as a fart.
That's what Marie just said. She said,
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. We'll do our own thing. Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
that's why.
Definitely
I mean, I'm
do
hoping
what's
she's going to
right.
give us ashes. I hope she's going to give us all give us some
Hey,
ashes because I
Brian.
will freaking kick up some
Welcome in,
shit if she
Brian.
doesn't.
Oh,
At
Definitely
least
shit,
do
if
she's
what's
she
right
doesn't,
for you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be anywhere near that country if she does.
Mate, I will go absolutely batshit crazy. Like, it's the least she can do. She had him to herself
She
for the last
best give
32
you
years.
some of them.
Mhm.
I don't know what
Mm.
I'll do.
For you, whatever you decide, but um, don't do it just for other people. Really think
Oh, no.
about it.
No,
If
I
it's
don't
okay
do that
for
anymore. I
you,
don't do that
your
anymore.
mental
No.
state. Yeah. But I mean, if
Yeah.
you don't feel safe around her, I mean, do you have a good
Hey,
enough
Papa.
relationship with your with your
Oh,
sisters to tell them?
yeah. We've
You know, I
actually
don't
been
really.
bonding. We've really
Okay.
bonded lately over this stuff, you know? So, yeah, it's been really
Okay.
nice. Yeah.
I think Marie's right.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And I'm going to be there for 2 weeks, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like, how long does it take? And am I, you know, I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I've never known it to
I
I
go on
don't
don't
without a
know about
funeral.
in
I
the
don't know.
United States. I know, but I don't know about the laws there.
Yeah, Texas. Just in
10
case,
days.
you know, um, uh, taking someone's life, even though my mom had cancer, she had to be in the morgue for 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then test her blood level to make sure there was no arsenic or something. And then it went. It was the weirdest thing because I was like, "Oh, you think we poisoned her?" Like,
Oh God.
yeah, because it literally you have to make sure that it was not anything but the cancer, and then it took a week for the ashes.
Yeah. It's like 10
Uh,
days. That's
yeah,
the max it can be.
and then I had it mail because my brother was not going to pick her up from the morgue from the whatever, and I couldn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
have my mom sit there, so said I guess I get her.
Well, I just you know that my resident that's been sitting on my floor here in my office since May. I'm hiding my face, okay? Because I went to mail him to
Don't
his brother
don't hide your
and
face.
oh well, I'm embarrassed because I filled it out wrong evidently. So you have to order this thing from the whole United States Post Office and it's going to be a special box and then they even send you the actual tape that you have to use for
Yes,
this box.
the
Like
human
this
remains.
Priority Express, but the box comes with big orange human remains on it.
Human remains on it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
gosh.
I did no, you have to order this from the post office and then you
No,
have to
it's
well,
specific.
I didn't know that
Oh
you
my
had to
God.
put your
I don't want this
the
to come in the
whole
mail. No, I'm gonna
I
go
didn't
there.
know that you had to put that whole stuff on the inside, also on that big
Mhm.
Ziploc bag that they send you, the
Yeah,
return address and all that. So I
yeah.
didn't the first time. They told me they
That
couldn't
sounds
take him.
horrendous.
It's horrible.
I
Okay, so
did.
I found
No,
they wouldn't take
I'm
him.
glad.
So
was
Oh
not
God.
their end of
So he's
this.
been sitting in here, but he finally made it. This last week he got there because I said, I'm
Oh,
getting
good.
this man to his family.
No, as soon
Oh
as
my gosh.
she arrived, I had a sign for her.
Yeah.
And she came into this little box, or it's probably bigger than what I remember, but like he hands it to me, I sign it, and human remains, and then I
Yeah.
put it on the kitchen table, and I said, and I called my husband and said, Mom's on the kitchen table. I can't leave the room, our room. Put her somewhere where I don't know, because I didn't know how I was going to react. I
Right.
had no
Yeah.
idea. And it
Oh
just,
my God.
and so when we went like 10 months later to, because I
Right
thought
in
I
to
was going
go.
to get pretty earned, I can't have my mom in my house. So he hid her in the house, and then he put her in the car without me even knowing.
I just read that. Yeah, that's
Oh
terrible.
my gosh.
Oh
I know. I'm
God.
sorry, Miss Sunrise.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh no. See, I never even knew you could mail ashes until,
He's not getting mailed. I'm not going to let that happen.
well, it's
Even
So,
on
funny
a,
because I
but
felt
you know, even
responsible for,
flying back with him, any of them, you got to make sure they know
oh,
they
fuck, I
will.
didn't even think about that.
yeah, you
Yes, you
have to
have
make it
to
known
tell
that
them.
you have human remains
Human
on
Oh
remains. They're gonna
God,
make you
because we're
check it.
going. So the other
you.
thing is
If you
like when I'm
check
over
it, yeah,
there, we'd already. So my sister and her husband were flying over to Bali on like the 7th of October, and because I'm only in Perth, it's only 3.5 hours away from Bali. So I got a really cheap package holiday to meet them over there, you know, because they're coming over to this side
Mhm.
of the world. So we're meeting up. So now, because I'm going to be in England, I've cancelled the flight from Perth to Bali, and I'm just going to fly with them. So I'm going to have to go to Bali and Perth with human remains.
Yeah, and you're gonna
It's
have to let
easier.
them know that on every flight because I don't think you
yeah,
can carry them on. I think you're gonna have to
you
check
have to
it.
check them because
And it'll set off everything.
it's just it's
Oh
dust,
my
really.
God. Wow. Okay. Thanks for telling me that. I'm glad I came on and you told me that. Wow.
Marie, that
Yeah.
is beautiful. A
I
beautiful.
just thought about it when you said that y'all were because someone else was bringing their remember Natalie and Tony with
Yeah,
Natalie and Tony.
yes.
Yeah, right.
Natalie ran into that part about
But
Tony's.
why
Yes.
do they have to know? Like,
Well, it's
so they
first
don't drug check it? I don't know. They might think that
first
you're
it's
smoking.
Well,
it's biohazard.
it is a
Okay.
biohazard.
Second,
Wow.
it's powder. So especially with all the different 9/11 things.
Yes, and it's going to set
God.
off every
Right.
chemical alert that
Yes.
it goes through.
Wow.
All their
So
chemical tests.
it's
Yeah.
really the main thing is the biohazard
Yeah.
because it's was human.
So you're still got the carbon and the everything that I mean, even though it's ashes, it's still human.
Yeah.
And there it will and I'm telling you, whatever Natalie went through with poor Tony, yeah, it was rough.
God,
There's
blimey.
definitely what you
Okay.
have to do,
Well, thanks
specifically
for
do
that.
it.
So it
Mhm.
might be easier to ship him.
Oh God. I don't think I'm ready to talk about this yet. With my
I'm
Right.
sorry, T. I'm sorry,
I
T.
don't want to think about this. No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
Yes,
I
Indigo,
mean, I'm just seeing
absolutely.
him in my head. I'm just seeing him in the hospital bed at the moment, you know, like, and
No,
now
no,
it's
no,
like
no.
about him being in a box, and I'm just like, fuck, you know.
I'm apologizing because I didn't even realize you're probably not ready for this news,
No,
but
well,
it is something to think about because
I've got time to think about that, so I'll think about that later because that's yeah. Shit. I'll find out. I'll tell my sisters, or maybe not. I don't know. I'll just get over there. I'm flying tonight, and it's going to take 24 hours to get there.
That's a long time on a plane.
it is.
I know, yeah, it's horrendous. I go every year. I already went
Wow.
the beginning of the year because my mum had cancer, and I went over to sort of help look after her while she was having treatment. She's got the all clear now, so. But normally I
Okay.
go over once a year. There's twice this year, and yeah, and I've been trying to save
How
up
do
to
they
get the shot.
how do they fly so long?
That's the quickest.
Is
The
it
quickest
it's
to do it is
nonstop or do you stop and
no,
refuel?
you have to stop, and there's like 2 or 3 hours in Doha in Qatar.
Oh,
You get really, really cheap cigarettes there, so I always come
on
over
the
with loads of
okay.
cigarettes and like sell them.
It's on the top of England, right? Or the
What is sorry, where I'm
the
going?
lane.
I'm on the
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna look that. I want to look at because I want to see too because I'm not good with geography. Oh,
Scotland
hey,
on
hold up. I'm
top.
gonna look this up. I'm
It's-
not good with geography either, so I must.
My
No,
family live on the
honest.
south coast of England. They live on the southeast coast.
Okay. Oh, that's all. I'm gonna be so lost, but hang on. We're gonna do this together. Okay, so let me
I
go.
love looking at
Google.
maps. I love geography.
Mhm. I'm just trying to picture it in my mind. I was like, it is up there, but I don't know if it's the
What? I
top.
didn't hear the beginning of what you said. Sorry. What was the
Is
question?
Scotland on top of the
Oh, yeah. So you've got like
farm
the British
England?
Isles, and then you've got
Yes.
it's England, and then Scotland, and then you've got the
Yes.
islands and Northern Ireland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
side, right? So
Yeah, the
coast's
island
on
at
the
the
top.
side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just feel
Okay,
like
so we're
on top
in
of
Aust.
England.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh,
That's
go stop. I wish this would go off. Go off. Go off. Go off. Okay, I'm gonna pull this and add it to the screen because we're gonna learn geography together.
Yay.
I
I
really
love
don't
geography.
know. I
When I
really
was
don't know
younger,
geography.
this is how much of a geek I am. Apparently, I'm autistic as well. Bloody, for me, it was fun for people to ask me what the capital cities of countries are. And if I was ever upset, my sister would call me and she'd go, "What's the capital city?" you know, to cheer me up.
So, okay, wait. Oops, go back. Oh, okay. So there's Australia.
Yay! I'm
So
in
we're,
Perth, so
we're
I'm
you
on the
are
left-hand
I'm trying to.
side. Yeah,
nothing's
Well, I
near
was
you.
trying to blow it.
yeah. So look, if you look at Perth, right? So and then everything else is on the other side. That's how far away I am from when I
Okay,
go.
so you're way over here. So
Yeah.
you're right there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you are.
And then when I want
Right
to go
there.
protesting, it takes like 5 hours. Like when I go to Sydney, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go now. I'm not going to be able to afford it. I wanted to go over to Sydney to do a vigil
Okay,
for
so
Lisa McPherson. It takes 5
yes.
hours to fly
Well,
across
let me
Australia.
wait,
It's a lot.
wait. Let me do
It'd probably
this.
take like a week to
What am I
drive. I don't
doing?
know. I don't know.
Okay, so you're going to,
Yeah.
and then so that's Sydney is over here.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Okay. Oh wow. So why is
Mhm.
all this red? I guess that's all Sydney.
Yeah, it's a huge
Okay,
city.
now let me
Yeah.
go back out. Yeah. I'm amazed by Australia. I've just never been there. It's just it amazes me.
It's huge. There's a whole lot of
Can we go
nothing.
back out? I'm trying to get back to where now. Okay.
And
So
then
where are you
Bali's
flying
just
to?
above it. You see the little islands just above it. You've got like a long strip. I wish you could see where I was pointing. So yeah, and Bali, I don't know. Bali's just above Australia. No, not there.
That's
That's ages away.
Hawaii. Oh, above Australia?
Yeah, like to a
I
little
wish
bit to the
somebody
left,
else was doing this.
a little bit down. That bit there. I think Bali's part of that. Yeah. So it's like because I'm one of the most in one of the most remote cities in the world. Apparently, the nearest city to me is actually Singapore,
Really?
which is there.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
there.
Apparently, yeah. Yeah. If you
Okay.
measure it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And where so now where are you flying to?
So London. So you have to zoom out quite a bit.
Oh
So
yeah.
you
Oh, wait.
flying to Sydney and then Sydney to
No,
London?
no, there's flights from Perth. Flights from
Okay.
Perth. So we go from Perth to
Okay, so we're
so
going
it'd be
from
like the top
here
of Africa
to
somewhere. So it'd be the top of
yeah, here's right
Africa.
United Kingdom.
Yeah, but I'll stop in Doha, which is Qatar, which is a very, very small country, kind of
Yeah.
in the I think it's kind of
Yeah,
near not Saudi Arabia, but somewhere around there.
It
I'm
yeah.
looking.
It's
Yeah, I'm
in there.
looking for.
It's
It's right in
smaller
here.
than that, but it is
You'd have
in
to
there.
zoom in. It's small, yeah. It's quite a small country.
Okay, so you stop there, but you stop over here, and then you go to here.
Yes, the bottom of that. The
The
bottom of
bottom of that.
the UK, yeah, kind of, yeah. Like 2
Let me
hours
see
up
if I
from the
can get.
south coast.
Let's see if I
If
can
you
get us
scroll
over
in,
here.
you're gonna see where.
Oh,
London,
whoa!
yeah.
What are you doing? Stop! 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 Okay. I just want to make sure I don't lose my spot here.
So yeah, London. You can see London there,
Right.
Mhm.
and then I'll fly from London to
Okay. Let it go.
Glasgow.
So from London to so
Up
you're
to
here.
Glasgow. Up to Glasgow.
right there. You're
Yeah.
going around the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I really, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I really want to pop over to Edinburgh and protest the Church of Scientology.
Right there. Yes. Hey,
I can't
Denmark.
remember
I
who it
want to
was
go
said to me
there.
yesterday. My friend said to me yesterday, now you have to just be there for you and do tea things and try and stay away from all the Church of Scientology stuff. And I'm like, I'll try my best. And she goes, we both know you're going to have a glimpse, aren't you? And I'm
Hell
like, yeah.
no. Yeah, you're going to find one. So let me see where I'm at here.
Well, it'd be fun if my sisters come with me, you know, we'll have a laugh.
Oh man, Denmark and Sweden would be great, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'd love to go there, yeah. I actually used to be based in Denmark for work. I used to be a flight attendant, and we do some Danish flights.
Oh wow. Okay, let me see if I can.
Get
I'm gonna share
Uganda. Where's Uganda on the east coast of Africa? You're in Africa now.
So I'm looking. Yes, I am. I'm looking for where I was born.
You were born in Africa?
I sure was.
Oh, wow.
And I can't find it. I'm gonna have to type it in. It was too small. I think it's too small.
That's so cool.
Yes, I was born in Africa.
Ah.
Let's see if
You were
it'll
born in
pull us there.
Nigeria?
Yes.
Wow.
So Eku, right here. That's where I was born.
Wow. That's so cool. Do you have family over there
No,
now?
no, they were there for the oil. They worked in the oil field, and so I was born there. My mom went over there, and I came early, and so they wouldn't let her
Ah.
fly back. And no, they did not have an Eku Baptist Hospital. I was born in a leper colony. Well, actually, I was born in their village, but I was born in by a doctor that worked in the leper colony. He was like the nearest doctor that could be there.
Wow.
So they did not have all of
Wow.
this stuff when I was born
Bye,
over
Indigo.
there.
See you, darling. Thanks for
Indigo,
your
love you.
support.
Thank you. So, yep. So that's where. Okay. So I just wanted to see. I like geography, and I wanted to see where you were.
I love
But then I
geography.
also wanted to kind of look to see where I was born. That's pretty neat.
I haven't been reading any of the chat. Sorry, humble and kind.
Yeah,
What
I
did you?
haven't either.
I have a funny
Let's go
story
back.
someday to tell about why my husband absolutely hates Doha, absolutely hates it, the airport experience, and he doesn't complain about much in life either.
Hmm.
Oh, funny if you could do that. I think, going to the org in Edinburgh. Yeah, I hate Dubai airport because I fell
Dubai,
asleep.
yes.
I fell asleep.
Dubai.
I fell asleep
Well,
at the gate,
but
waiting for the
my
flight.
daughter's waiting for some mom time.
Oh,
So
sorry.
Are you
Yeah,
leaving,
all right.
Journey?
don't apologize.
It's
I will
fine.
talk to you. Are you sure, Keilah?
Yeah, you can stay on.
Okay. She's
No. Yeah, Blake, that's where I was born. Y'all, humble and kind.
Yep.
Yes, that's Oreo, your medications, baby. I love you. I hope I didn't miss you. I love you. Get better. Call me, text me, message me. You know it doesn't matter in the middle of the night or not. If something happens, please. If you just want to talk.
Yep. NT, same for you. Okay.
Yeah, I have to go in a minute anyway because I need to finish packing. Yeah.
It's gonna be
So,
okay.
T, how long do you have to before your flight leaves?
It's 11 o'clock. I'm getting picked up at 7:30. So I've got like 8 hours. No, 9 hours. But that's still, I don't know. I get panicky. I've got to clean my whole
Yeah,
house because I'm a house sitter coming to feed the cat and stuff. And yeah, my house is a mess. Like there's just stuff everywhere.
So, do you have to go and be there early like we do over here?
3 hours before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh, where did Journey go?
I think she said she was going. I don't know. I need to go as
Yeah.
well. I can't believe I've
Okay.
come on YouTube with all my wrinkles showing and my cat scratches. And
Oh,
yeah,
T. You know what? This is a judgment-free zone right here.
I look my age today because because I'm 43 and normally people are like, oh, you look like you're in your 20s. And I'm like,
You
I
do not
really
even look
don't.
43. You do not look 43.
I think I look about 53 at the moment.
No,
Got my
I'm
glasses on
50.
side.
This is 50, okay, when you
No
can't see.
way.
Oh,
Well, you
yeah.
definitely don't look 50. No way.
Oh,
No.
I asked my mom when I would start. Yes, we do, Humble and Kind. We need another game night. That was fun. I told my mom, I said, when am I going to start feeling? Because I don't really feel like that, you know? And she said, your body will let you know. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, Mom, you're right.
I'm
It does.
perimenopausal at the moment. It's horrible. Oh, all the
Oh,
night sweats and stuff.
oh, look, Marie said, look.
No, but the thing is so I work as a school cleaner. That's one of my jobs, and she's the head cleaner. So I'm like, I feel like I sort of
Oh,
look like half decent, you know. Yeah. So she's going to be staying here with her son and stuff. So yeah, I want it to be nice and it's more organized. I've got lots of stuff everywhere because I pulled everything out of here to have it as my like YouTube studio thing. And then I kind of
yeah.
like started putting it back in because I'm going to lock this. I'm just shoving everything back in because I haven't organized it. So yeah. You want to see the kitty? I'm still in my pajamas.
Yes.
Hang on one sec. I'll try and find.
Uh, thank y'all for all you're just the most amazing chat and mods and supporters ever. There was look. Oh, look.
This is Tink.
Hey, sweet baby. Oh my gosh. Beautiful.
She's so cute.
That is
I love her.
beautiful.
You a good girl? Are you very beautiful?
Oh,
Yeah. She's gonna
look.
be 3 soon. What's going on? But she comes in and
Hi.
chews my microphone wire, so I had to put this on it. And you're like 3 wires.
Oh, Blake
But
is in love now, definitely.
look at that chubby. She's so pretty. But yeah,
Oh.
she's a little bitch. So she just chews everything. No,
Hey,
you're a
they
good
say
girl,
that
really.
you own dogs, but cats own you. So,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. They just passed a law as well. So WA, where I am, Western Australia, is the only state that are allowed to say no to pets. Like, so she's a secret cat. I'm not meant to have her because I'm renting. But we,
oh
we
well.
really wanted a dog as an emotional support dog probably for myself and my son. And they kind of led us to believe that we were allowed pets when we applied for the house. And then they said no when we'd moved in. So I wrote a letter to the owner and through the Disability Act to him and everything, and he's like, just no. But now they've passed a law, so they're not allowed to say no. So I'm like,
That's good.
doggy.
Man, I wish that was over here.
No, you're
So many
not allowed.
people.
It's hard, yeah. It's
I
yeah,
mean, we own our home, so I have my dogs here, and my dogs are my
yeah,
babies, And I
yeah.
rescued I haven't been able to get another cat because my cat was 19 human years old when I had to have her.
Oh wow.
I walked in, she wasn't breathing really good, and
Oh
I knew it was coming. She was 19 years old, and
yeah,
I couldn't even
that's
go in.
a
I made
good
my
run.
sister go in. Yeah, she had
Yeah.
been with me from high school through college,
Oh
through after
wow.
college,
Oh,
through like through a marriage, through a divorce, through everything. Yeah.
wow. My well, it's actually she's my son's cat, and she sleeps next to him on the bed every night. You know, like
Yes.
he absolutely adores her. So they're like he calls her his sister. You know, their
Oh,
brother and
how
sister because
sweet.
he's an only child. You know, and it's I was the eldest of 6, and I can't imagine what it'd be like to be an only child. I do feel for him. You know, so. She's got a kitty cat,
Wow.
but I really want to get a dog one day. I'm trying to save up for a house deposit, but then things keep happening, and I've been trying to save for the shots. I've got to GoFundMe, and that's going to have to go on hold, you know, because I've been putting all my savings into that.
Well,
Um,
where's your
you know,
GoFundMe? We can link. We will
well,
definitely link it.
I don't know if I should put it on YouTube because I got like a Reddit post put up about me saying I'm a grifter.
Oh, well,
So,
yeah, I have one every day too. So
oh, do you?
yeah,
I
I was like, I'm not even gonna. I said, I got reset today. Let's see, reset today. She's been 3 days sober, not reading Reddit. Okay,
oh,
so I've
okay,
been three
yeah.
hours. I was like,
Well,
I'm
do you
3
know what?
hours.
I went on and I spoke to them calmly and said, look, you don't know my situation. You don't know me, because they were like, oh, get a job, or you should be supporting your family
They're
instead of
horrible
protesting and
people.
all of that, and it's like, well, you don't know me. Um, and I do look after my family, and I work 2 jobs. I work until I can't work anymore, until I'm in pain, you know?
Mhm.
Um, and you don't know what you're talking about, kind of thing. And they actually took it down. So I guess.
They took all mine down too. No, they took my comment down, and then I get
What?
a video made about me, a song made about me,
What? What on
posted
earth have they
all
got
over
to say about
YouTube. My
you?
family sees it, and I'm like, it's nice.
What on earth have they got to say about you? Seriously, that's
Oh, lots
ridiculous.
of stuff. Stuff I never knew about myself. I'm learning
Yeah,
too.
right. I know. Oh
Yeah.
dear.
I'm
But yeah,
I'm I'm actually learning too. Yeah. Hey, okay. If you don't want, do you want me to put that out, or if you don't want me to, I won't.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, it is on the
Okay.
back burner. It is on the back burner. But yeah, I don't know. I
Let me
took it
see.
down off my YouTube.
Let's see.
Um,
Copy. I just want to copy the link address. Okay. I'm gonna
I'm booked
paste
in.
that
I'm
on
sort
my
of booked in for
community
next
tab when we
month,
get
but
off.
okay. I'm
Lem-
booked in for next month, at the end of next month, but I don't. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to be able to get it in time, because you have to put down a $4,300 like payment, for them to sort of secure the booking or whatever. And I
Are
think
you
I got up to.
serious? Wow.
Yeah, well, it's five. So it was 5,500, and that's for everything, including flights for me and my son, because we have to go to Melbourne to get it done over the other side of Australia. So.
All the
Uh,
way over. Yeah.
But now, actually, because I cancelled the flight from Perth to Bali, I've actually got credit with one of the airlines. Probably would cover one of our flights. So yeah, I don't know, but it's expensive. It is expensive, but it's going to have to go on the back burner maybe till next year, definitely.
I'm putting
'Cause
I'm actually putting on right now as we speak. I'm gonna put it on my channel, my personal channel, and Mental Health Matters channel. So
no,
let
you're a
me get to my
sweetheart.
that way my
You're a
community
sweetheart.
page I have it. No, I
Thank
mean
you.
I
You
have
don't have
no.
to do that. And I haven't even had a chance to look through the Facebook group properly. I think you did a welcome and I didn't say thank you because I've lost all the stuff. I've had so many notifications and
Oh,
things.
don't worry about it. Don't worry. Now I've got that, and then I will put that one on to Mental Health Matters. But well, I was gonna um yeah, I didn't know that if no one knew, but yeah. Why that I not only got lucky with videos, now I have a song made about me.
What the hell? Seriously?
Yeah, let's see.
It's people just trying to break apart
They're
something
so
good,
ugly.
Yeah, yeah.
That I just sent you the.
I don't have Venmo. I have PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee on my description, my channel description. Yeah.
Yeah, look on her
Don't really.
description and her. They've been posting your link a lot. Miss Sunrise Dawn, if you're still here, will you post her channel?
Oh, thank you.
They've
Yeah,
been
they
posting
don't
it
have
throughout.
Australia doesn't have Venmo or Cash App. We can't do it. It's
Wow,
really weird.
wow.
But then I had a thought the other day, maybe I should do it in if they have it in the UK, I can do it in the UK to my UK bank account. I don't know. But yeah, I don't really want to, it's my life. I don't expect people to pay for my stuff.
No, but we're a
But I mean
community
some
here,
people
and
like
look, Miss Sunrise
people
Dawn,
like to
thank
help each
you.
other. I guess I donate to people. I like to help people, but I don't
Well, you
expect
know
it,
what? The same thing, T. This is a community, and if we start letting all of this negativity and all of this people coming calling us grifters and everything else, you know what? I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to demonetize my channel, being said it just got monetized a day ago. But
Oh, sorry,
screw
I've been swearing.
them.
I've been
Oh no,
swearing on it.
we're way past the time. No, we were way past the time. But screw
Okay,
them.
cool.
Fuck them. Sorry, fuck them.
That's fast.
I'm. They can call me whatever they want to call me. I don't care. I don't care because
What is it? The people that matter don't mind. Those that matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. Something
That's
like that.
exactly right. And I did take away from poor Reese today. Like she said, she is 3 days sober. I said, well, I'm 3 hours sober. So as in the morning, I will be 24 hours sober of having to read any of that vile shit. because I do not go
Yeah.
on Reddit anymore because I did try to take it myself. And
Yeah.
that's right, Marie. If no one is going to, what pisses me off is no one's going to tell me what to do with my money.
Yeah,
I
right. And
can't
it's like,
stand
and
it.
that's what I said on that post. I was like, is it like, how do you feel about all the people on GoFundMe? Like, are they
Right.
grifters? Like, it's a platform for people, So I've done in the past when I've been in a good place with money and stuff. I've gone on GoFundMe and scrolled through and donated to some people because I want to, like you say, it's
I
my
have
money. And
I had a give send go when Reese was in a very bad abusive relationship trying to get out of there. So
yeah,
but I never took it down because it had just stayed in our Facebook group, forever. And I didn't take it down. And oh, you'll hear what I sent you in private chat. You'll see
okay,
what all
yeah,
kind of names I was called and why. That's why.
okay.
I'm a
That's so
grifter
ridiculous.
helping a grifter. Now just for clout.
Oh, I mean, what define grifter? What is a grifter? Is that because we're in the anti-Scientology community and we're grifting off of that? That I understand that, all right? I understand that because it's to help survivors or whatever. But I can put it on and that's why I've taken it down off YouTube. But the community, I guess it's not. I don't know. There's never-ins that need help as well, and there's
Yes,
people
there
that are
is.
parts of other communities, and So I just put it on my personal Facebook.
And
Because
well,
I
I
was
will
just like,
share it on
I
ours
don't
for
want to, I don't
sure.
want to upset anyone. I'm not here to, you know.
No, and you know what? I'm over all of that. And it's taken me a long time because when I guess I really didn't realize it about the hate, that the just nastiness, evilness. And I'm thinking if they would put all of that energy into fighting Scientology instead of fighting us, boy,
Yeah.
where would we be? I mean,
Well,
all the
I think
energy
they're
that it
there
takes.
purposely. Yeah, they're there purposely to divide and conquer. That's
Oh,
what they're trying to do. They're trying
absolutely.
to destroy the movement, and it has happened a bit with with certain
Yeah, it has.
people. A lot of people have left, and they're not doing it
You're
anymore,
right,
and
Brian. Hate
it's
is
so
easy.
heartbreaking. Yeah, yeah, hate is easy.
And it
Yeah,
is sad. It is sad because they know exactly what to do.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and
It's such a shame.
when you get someone's emotions, involved,
Yeah,
it
and the
gets
whole
even
the whole divide with the SPTV and the aftermath and all that. I'm an individual. I don't pick sides. I just do
me
me,
either.
and I have my friends, and
Yep.
I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because I don't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I was
I'm
going with that,
so
but it's
glad
just
you
I
said
do.
that. No, but I'm so glad you said that. That's how I feel. I'm not going to pick sides on anything unless right is right and wrong is wrong. And I hate Scientology and I want them closed down, child trafficking cult. I want them to go. I don't want them
Yeah.
to disappear, be no longer in existence. If
Yes.
anybody is for that, then I'm not against them.
Yeah.
Unless you
Yeah.
come after me
Exactly.
calling me names,
And both foundations have helped people.
That's right.
I don't know, but I am wary of like I love what's happened in the past with SCTV Foundation and stuff, but at the moment, trying to educate people that if you say, "Oh, go on SPTV on YouTube," at the moment, like I've tried it out, I've put in SPTV, and it's all like people arguing and bitching about stuff that isn't even about Scientology. So it's a really kind of bad look, and so I don't say that anymore, unfortunately. And I'm trying to like find other resources that are safe for people to go to without us looking
I
bad. So it's
I
just
give
ruined it.
them I give them I give them I don't even think I say SBTV anymore. I just because of everybody, but I do give them like the survivors. I'll give them the survivors like I always give out
Oh
Miriam's
yeah, yeah,
channel, Surge's
yeah,
channel, all
yeah.
of the survivors. You just can that have
They don't get
and
involved in
then
the
I'll give
drama. Yeah.
right, and then
Yeah,
I could tell them other channels that have lost, like Liz Gale. What all she's lost. I mean, her brother. Anything like
yeah,
that. I don't want them to, because you're right of all of this stuff happening. I want them
yeah.
to actually see who we're fighting for.
And see people that see that they're the biggest thing is that they're controlled and told that the outside world is a scary place, and SPs
Yeah,
and all of this. And so that's why, like, when I've been protesting, I'm like, we're taking SP back and we're making it as a supportive person, a safe
that's right.
person, a special person, not a suppressive person. We're not all scary. We don't bite. There's decent people out here in the world that care, you know, and
Absolutely.
it's
I'm
not a
trying to
scary
help.
place. Yeah, it's not a scary place, and you can there is help, and you can lead a normal life without, you don't need Hubbard to be happy. So,
I like that.
um,
Hey, I like that. You need
yeah.
some merch, T. Come on.
I actually make T-shirts, so that's what I
That
used to
would be a
do.
perfect one.
I do it as a hobby, but I kind of got bored of it after like 3 years. It was my ADHD hyperfocus, and I was like making everything. I haven't got anything to show you at the moment, but yeah, I make T-shirts and stuff, and I was
I
thinking
know. I
about it. But
just I'm a week out, a week maybe without my ADHD meds. So this has been
oh,
a
well done.
journey.
Yeah. Why? Can I ask why you stopped taking them?
Yes, because
Did-
my heart and my blood pressure were really bad. And my
Right.
legs were swelling, my ankles were swelling up. They still do this though, but they were
Oh
swelling up
wow.
past bigger than my thighs. Okay, like I couldn't walk, I couldn't bend them.
Wow.
And my resting heart rate was 160. Uh,
Yeah. Right.
yeah, my blood pressure was staying up like 197 over 120s, and I'm like, there's no reason for this. And this was after, like, nothing was like that until after I had you can see where my scar is, my C4, C5, C5, C6 fused because I had just torn my spinal cord and everything in there when it
Yeah. Wow.
collapsed. So, but I'm
Mhm.
like, what did he do? What happened with those nerves in there? But I really don't think they did anything. I think what happened was that me having to stay sedentary so long, they tested for blood clots. They've tested for everything. Everything came back negative. So they finally diagnosed the peripheral arterial disease. But in my legs, that's why they stay purple and red and swollen.
Wow.
But and I have to weigh every morning. But I'm on like these massive fluid pills. And then also they doubled my metoprolol for my heart rate and my blood pressure. And then I'm also on, they found out my thyroid was messed up. So I'm on
Okay.
Synthroid. And with all of those med changes and then an aspirin and all this stuff, with my
You're
seizure
rattling.
medications now that I'm
You're like
on and
rattling
my
when you're
anxiety, I'm like, I think I'm
take
going to
any more.
stop this stimulant right now, even though I need this stimulant because it actually slows my brain down. But my heart rate now is
Yeah.
like 88 resting heart rate. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to
Yeah.
take that chance right now. If I can find something to work without the medication. Now, if it
You
gets
can get
back to the point,
non-stimulant, can't you? Non-stimulant ADHD meds.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
That hasn't
So I,
worked.
I
They've
was
tried
on
it.
I got diagnosed with ADHD I think 2 years ago, and I was on Vyvanse, so the slow release
Vyvanse
for
is my favorite. I mean, that's the only thing I've been on
yeah.
that has actually worked because I did not feel shaky. I didn't feel, like that, but
Yeah,
it was
for
like
me
a
I got more anxiety.
calm.
No, see, I
I
didn't
was,
get that.
oh, see, with
I
Vyvanse for me, it was just so calm. I
Yeah,
could
no,
think
I
straight.
could focus more, but I had more anxiety, and that's why I was like, you know, maybe I don't have ADHD, maybe it's trauma because a lot of people have been misdiagnosed in adulthood with ADHD when in fact it is trauma because trauma can present as ADHD. But I do now, so I went down the route, and that's when I started the chemotherapy and all of that to try and I came off the meds, which I'm very, very sensitive to medication. So it took me about 4
Me
months to
too.
actually get off it, like have to go like
Yeah.
to real small. It's not like, oh, just take one every other day, or just actually the guy told me just stop taking them. There's no withdrawals. Are you kidding
Your
me?
body
Like,
has a physical withdrawal anyway. Yeah.
it's just ridiculous. So yeah, I stopped taking them and worked on the trauma, but I'm still having the ADHD stuff. Well, I'm still having the trauma, obviously, because I've said to like I've actually had trauma in every decade of my life, right? I only told you, I only just scratched the surface with
Yeah.
the trauma I've been through, and I was like, oh, this is the first decade. I'm going to get through this decade with no trauma. It's got to 9 years since my son's father passed away, which was the last traumatic thing. And now my dad's died, but on all this
Oh,
unresolved stuff, I'm like, damn it, I nearly made it through a decade of my life, so that's 4
I
decades now.
Same
Or
thing for
5.
me, humble and kind. Yeah. T, so here's my thing. I want a shirt and I'm gonna get it and it's gonna say, I'm tired of living through historical events.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want to live through any more historical events, please.
yeah,
We keep
yeah,
getting hit with hurricanes. We keep there every time I look at the weather, there's one coming towards the Gulf of Mexico, and then I'm like, oh shit. So
yeah.
yeah. The
Oh, yeah,
Ritalin
yeah.
didn't work, humble and kind at all. And the Vyvanse, I loved it because I could function. My mom says, Keilah, you start 50 things, you never finish
Yes,
anything.
right? Oh my God. That's why my house is a mess. There's all these
That's
unfinished
why
projects
she made me
everywhere.
get on it. And then now I took myself off of it. Actually, the pharmacy took me off of it because there was a shortage of Adderall. So they gave all the school kids, when they started back to school, Vyvanse, which those of us that had been taking Vyvanse for 15 years couldn't get it. So it
Yeah.
actually, I just come off of it, and by the time that they had it back in stock, I mean, the whole United
Yeah.
States had a shortage. So when we got it back in stock, I'm like, I don't want it. Not with my
Well,
heart. Let them get my heart fixed first. I have to live with my heart, you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to do my best. I'm going
Yeah.
to do my best not to.
Yes.
If I
I think
can
I
make
don't
it
know,
without it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I mean the other thing is to try mindfulness and stuff, but I just can't
Oh,
do that.
I do actually use that a lot. I can do the mindfulness, but it has to be guided now. I used to could do the
Yes.
box breathing and all that because of my major anxiety too with the CPTSD. But
Yeah.
it's I have to do guided now. But thank God I have it on my watch, I have it on my phone, wherever I'm at. I still have the guided.
I
So
have to do it with a person. I can only do it with my therapist. I can only like meditate like that. Yeah.
yeah. And I love the mindfulness though, because it's like if I get upset at work and I need to de-stress, I can just turn the app on my phone real quick or on my watch. And I can sit down and it's the de-stress. I mean, it's a 3-minute breathing
Which app?
exercise and it
What app is it?
works
Which?
great. I've got that. I've got it on a Fitbit, but I have
Oh,
an
okay.
Apple phone now. So it actually does it itself. On here, all I have to do is it's on my Apple Watch already.
Yeah.
Mindfulness right here. It's on my Apple Watch. Yeah, it's just a mindfulness.
Yeah.
I have the iPhone and the Galaxy. And my Galaxy I just used my Fitbit app, but on the iPhone it's just
Yeah.
mindfulness. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got an iPhone.
Yeah,
But
so yeah, on my watch it just says mindfulness. And that's what I use.
yeah.
100
Cool.
micrograms of Synthroid is too much. I don't know what your therapeutic level is, sweetheart, but I started on 25 micrograms and I've never moved up. And I was on 70 of the Vyvanse. And I just quit taking it.
I started on 30 of Vyvanse, and then I was like, I've got so much anxiety and like my heart's going and everything. So then he put me on, I think he said, because 30 is what they start kids on, he said, and I'm like,
It is
Jesus.
40,
So
30 and 40 is what kids take. Correct.
wow. So yeah, I just halved it. I started halving it. And it was better, but I don't know.
Oh,
I
dear
didn't like the
Lord,
way
you're
it made
not.
me I didn't like the way it made me feel. It made me angry, you know?
Yeah, and you're not
And my
supposed to have those because they're extended release all day long.
Yeah. And so my son was like, when I stopped taking it, and he goes, "Mummy, you're less angry now." And I'm like, "Oh, I'll never take it again." Like, honestly, I don't want to be
I,
angry. I just
That is so, but see, I'm on Xanax 4 times a day for my seizures, along with my seizure medication. So that may have something to do with why I
Yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah.
My anxiety is so bad that
I
I'm
used to be
trying.
high anxiety all the time and angry. Like that's why I can't live in the UK, because all my triggers are there, and I just be like on
Right.
fight mode all the time and so angry. And it's got to the point where I've been through so much. I'm burnt out, like constantly, just permanently
Right.
burnt out now. I don't even have the energy. No, but then and then I had those panic attacks on Thursday and Friday, and I haven't had panic attacks for like over 10 years. And I'd forgotten how bad they are, where you feel like you're actually going to die. It was horrible.
It.
So yeah,
I do know what you
but
feel like.
yeah, yeah, you just feel like you can't breathe. It was horrible.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. And there's nothing that in that moment that you can actually
oh mate,
you are not in control of it.
and I was
I
at
mean,
home with my
literally.
son. It's just me and my son, and I'm like hiding in the bathroom. I didn't want him to see me
Yes.
like that, but he heard me, and he came in, and he's hugging me, and he's 10, and he's going, it's good, and he's just a skinny little thing, and he's like, everything's going to be okay, mum, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't want him to see this and see all these adult problems all the time, but
But
then I
he
said
saw
to my
you.
friend, yeah,
He saw you and you
and he
saw
said he's
him and
gonna be
that
the
broke
best
that.
boyfriend ever.
Oh, how sweet.
He's so cute. He's so good. We were last time we were in the UK, it was raining, and he had a hoodie and a hat, and I didn't have anything, and I said, "Oh, mate, do you mind if I have your hat just to keep my head warm?" And he was like, I think he was like, "No," like that. And I went, "Well, what would you do?" He goes, "Oh, so if it was your girlfriend, you wouldn't treat her like that, would you?" And he goes, and he goes, "I wouldn't give her my hat either." And he goes, and I went, "What?" He goes, "Because she wouldn't need to ask me for a hat because I would have bought her one already." And I'm like,
Oh,
"Yeah."
well. Woo, yes. You're doing something right.
And then I found out, look, and we haven't talked about girlfriends or anything. In fact, the other day, actually, the first conversation we had was, "I don't know if I want a girlfriend, Mum. They sound expensive." And I went, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Well, you have to buy them presents all the time, don't you?" And I said, "No, you bloody well don't. No, you don't need to buy them presents all the time, mate. It's okay." And if you've got one that expects presents all the time, you bring her around for dinner.
Watch it. Get her out.
Yeah.
Hey,
She's getting
Journey.
irritated.
Hey,
Oh, I love
Dawn.
you, Jenny. Listen, I'm gonna have to go because I really
Okay,
it's
T.
getting
Yes,
on and
and
I need
look, my
I'll
prayers
start
are with
panicking.
you. Look, my prayers
Thank
are
you
with
so
you
much.
as you
I
go, and please, when you get back, let us know. Let us know if you can while you're over how you're doing,
Yeah, I'm sure
because
I'll be
we
online while I'm over there.
because
It's
oh,
fine.
and yeah, especially if you go find a Scientology.
Yeah. No, I'll be popping into chats and stuff and talking to people. But yeah, no, I feel so much better
Wonderful.
now. I got all that off my chest and I feel so much better. And now I've got to go and text my stepmom back because she probably
Okay.
thinks I'm ignoring her.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Ugh. Or should I? Should
Hey,
I not? I could. She can see I've read
I would
it,
probably
so
be really, really kind until you got those ashes in your hands.
I just don't even want to text her back, man. I'm gonna have to. I don't know what to
Yeah.
say. I'm so bad with words as well. I might just say I'm really sorry for your loss. Might just put I'm sorry
It
for your
was
loss
your
and a kiss.
loss too.
Oh, she was married to him for 32 years. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that is a
I,
long
I
time. Yeah.
I might just ignore what she said and just put I'm really sorry for your loss and a kiss and that's it. And then
Yeah,
I'm
hey, that
not
works.
I'm not
You're not
engaging in
ignoring
the
her.
I'm not
Yeah.
engaging in the other shit that doesn't make any
No, and
sense.
you're
I'm not
doing it on your
engaged.
terms. That's absolutely
Yeah.
correct. You're doing it. Yeah,
It's
so that's
about taking the
great.
control back. I think of the way
Yeah.
to deal with narcissists is, you can try and take the control back, and it does work sometimes, but you can do it. It doesn't have to be like a fight, like, "Meh, meh, meh, meh." But
No.
the best thing
You
is
can
usually if you can, it's grey rock
you
theory,
go
isn't it? You
around.
just ignore them. Yeah.
Yeah, the gray rock and after you get your dad's ashes, I would do what Doug always said. mm, With HG, and HG, I love him as zero contact
Yeah. Yeah.
for
I don't
your
have anything
own
else.
sanity.
I mean, unless when she dies, well, it won't be contact with her. When she dies, if there's stuff of my dad's, hopefully her
Oh yeah.
kids will get in touch.
Hopefully she will let you
Um,
have some of that while you're there.
I don't know what's going on because all their stuff's in boxes. They're moving house. It's
Yeah.
insane. Like,
Well, maybe
because
she'll
I'd
just
love
say,
some
"Take
of.
that box."
I don't know. I'd love her. I'd love to have some of his sheet music.
Oh,
Like when
absolutely.
me and so there's three daughters, and each one of us when we were born, he wrote a piece of music for us, which is just so beautiful. And I
She
wanted to
should
get the
let you
sheet
have that.
music. Yeah.
She would.
Yeah,
She
oh,
should
well,
let you
I've
have
actually
that.
I've got it already. I've got it already, but I don't know, just
Oh,
his things that would mean stuff to us that wouldn't mean anything to her.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but I was
I
thinking of getting the
absolutely
sheet
do.
music and making some flowers out of it for my sisters with their pieces of
Oh,
music and
wow.
something like that. I don't know,
That's
but yeah.
beautiful. And I think you're gonna be, things happen the way they're supposed to, and I truly believe that. I do.
Yeah, yeah. I just would have liked to
So,
have seen his face and hold his hand and, tell him I love him in
yeah.
person, but
Yeah.
I can't. So yeah. But thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone. And when I was having that panic attack in the bathroom, and after I hugged my son, I came on and I had so many messages from people and so much support, and it really helped me get
Mhm.
through. So I do appreciate everyone that, from the bottom of my heart. I really do. And thank you,
And I do.
thank you to all
And
of
I
you.
love you. And thank you for everything you do. And just know that on your trip that we're all with you. Okay. All you have to do is turn that phone on. We're all with you, right? And
I
and,
know,
and we do
it's crazy. I've never had this much support in my life. It's amazing.
well,
And same to
you've
anyone
got
else
it.
that's going through stuff. If anyone needs to offload, I'm not very good at giving advice, but I can listen. So if anyone else is struggling, message me and I will get back to you if I have the capacity,
Abs-
which I normally find.
absolutely.
But yeah.
Right.
Um
Yeah. But okay, well, I'm so glad that you came on, T. I really am, and I really thank you. And yeah, Miss Sunrise Dawn here. Let's see. I know
Thank
you could see
you.
it. Yeah,
Thanks. I
and
know. Thanks
and my
everyone.
so
And
if
thanks
you
for
need
having
us,
me
just
on.
let us know. Oh,
Thanks.
absolutely, anytime. You're
Yeah.
more than welcome
No, it's been
anytime.
amazing. I needed this, so thank you. I really appreciate it.
Good.
It's awesome.
No
Awesome.
problem. Thank you,
All
T, and
right.
B. Have a safe
Okay.
trip. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. See you everyone. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
okay, y'all. I love you, T. Yes. So, hey, Dawn, how are you? Yes, I'm just praying for T. Send prayers up for her. She's got a long road ahead right now. There was a reason I wasn't even going to come on tonight, but something kept telling me I have to go live. I have to go live. I have to go live. Now I know the reason. So, yeah. Oh, let me take this off. 1 second. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I am. I'm sending Brian. Thank you. Thank all of you. Thank all of you for staying here. T really needed that, and I'm so glad we could be here for her because she is amazing. She does a lot, and I thought it was so sweet of her to say she's still going to find a Scientology church to protest. But Donna, I hope everything's going great for y'all. I hope you're having fun. And Aria, I know she's already off, but I hope that she starts feeling better tonight, tomorrow. Oh, thank you. He took me to eat. We went into Beaumont to eat. Y'all, okay, so I have to tell y'all what I did. I know I was telling y'all before T come on. Um, so I could go live on TikTok for a long time now, but I've been scared to, and don't ask me why. It's stupid. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But they have this thing on TikTok Live. They'll go on TikTok that for this month for your town's hidden jewels. Okay, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, he just took me to eat. I had a really bad day yesterday, and I think it carried over to today to my therapy, and it's just rough today, but not as rough as some is having. So, but I got on TikTok Live. It's the first time I've ever went live. I did it for Reese. I was in Sephora. So people started hopping on there so quick on TikTok. I was like, I ended it. I was so scared. I don't know why I'm so stupid. I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. And then I did it again at this one place, another place, and I'm like, so I went live and I tried to do that, and people started coming on there on TikTok, and I don't know how to work TikTok all that well, especially live. So I got off there real quick again. So I have two TikTok lives. I have no idea. Oh my God, I'm so crazy. Yes, ma'am. But I was acting a fool. It was so funny. I guess I mean, even if you go through the TikTok creators thing, it says just hit go live and do it. And I did it. First one, I was like walking around Sephora going, like I was like undercover. This is my first TikTok live, and this is from my friend Reese. I'm in her favorite store. I look oh my God. Oh, but it was fun, and I needed to laugh, and I needed that tonight. So, and I'm just my heart goes out to T. I don't know how to use TikTok either. It started out as a game, y'all. It started out as a competition between me and my other half in there on who could get the most followers the quickest. Well, I did because he had his idea of how the algorithm worked, and I had my idea. So, so I have more followers, and now I'm able to go live on TikTok. And I did go live on TikTok twice today. I don't know how I have a clue how it works. People started coming in there, and I'm like, okay, well, y'all have a great day. And I got off there because I need to learn how to do it. They do give you a practice mode I should have probably done that first. I did find a hidden jewel in my town, and they give you little goals to work towards. It's like find your town's hidden gems and this and this and this. So I know I sent it to Reese. She said, "Oh my God." Speaking of Sephora, I think, yeah, I'm using that one tonight. I know I don't know how to use TikTok. I mean, I got more followers, but it was so stupid. Wait, what did Reese say to me? I will tell y'all. She said, I sent her that video of that TikTok of me and Sephora, and she said, she's like, "Oh, so cute, love you." No, yeah, I said, so I've been scared to go live on TikTok in public, but my very first one was just a few minutes ago, and all for you. It's so funny to see how scared I am. And she said, "Oh, so cute, love you too." Let me see if I can play this. Y'all are gonna laugh so hard. If y'all want to laugh, you're fixing to get it. Oh wait, I don't want that. Hey, we are looking for our town's little hidden gems. Look, I was scared to death, y'all. We found a little hidden gem. I was like, I was scared being in public. And I am dedicating this first one to my friend Reese, who absolutely adores Sephora. Look, I'm walking around like it. I love you, Reese. I'm in your favorite store. Looking around. But this is definitely one of those little hidden gems that I didn't know about. So, just wanted to let you know. Got to love this place. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. I just wanted to let you know that. Thank you, my dear. This lady was looking at me the whole time, okay? She was like literally looking at me the whole time. And like I don't know what she thought, but I was so uncomfortable doing that. I was like, I cannot do TikTok. And then all these people started coming up on there going, making comments. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here now. I'll practice. I was thinking about trying to simul stream one day, because it says one of the contests are making a 30-minute or longer live. I'm like, well, I can do that by simul streaming from TikTok to here. But I'm going to let everybody go. It has been almost 3 hours we've been on here, and I would do it all over again for tea in New York second or anyone else that needs us. So, but I'm going to go. Oh, you barely know how to watch TikTok? I never did TikTok. I really didn't. It was the funniest thing, though. I don't know. I just Sharon. I know that's what. No, I felt like I was being looked at like I was a shoplifter. I seriously did not know what to do. I was just like walking around doing this. I thought they were watching me, thinking I was going to do something. I was like, I'm not comfortable with this at all. The next one was better though because I was outside. But okay, thank y'all so much, mods. Thank you for being here so long. Everybody in here, I love y'all. I really do. And your compassion shows through so much. Y'all are just I'm truly honored. Truly honored. And tomorrow, hopefully, I do believe we will be doing something. Gretchen and I will be doing something tomorrow. And I'm not sure what the subject of it is going to be yet, but I think it may be something about medical trauma. Stress, medical trauma stressors or something like that. I'm not real sure what it said, but we'll figure it out. But anyway, I will let all of you know. Oh, Sharon. Okay, well, Marie, Sharon, I'm one kind, Susan, everybody, Blake, Miss Sunrise Dawn, Marie, I mean, y'all, I love y'all to death. And Dawn, definitely. Aria, when she's in and out, Poet, Brian, yes, thank you so much. And anyone else that's in here that I have missed, and I am not meaning to do that. Journey, if you're still listening, I love you, girl. And we will be on tomorrow, and I will definitely see y'all then. So I'm going to try to do this outro to make sure that it works. So, but I do love you. I love all of you, and I really do thank you all. Thank you for being here. And I am going to play the outro now.